Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Dan. This is Dan's Diamond Detailing. I hope you just were watching Christy and Clean Car and Chris because they just had a great interview moments ago and they just wrapped it up. So, thank you so much for being patient and understanding that I didn't go exactly at 6 because I didn't want to overstep on Clean Car Chris. What's up, Flint? How you doing, my friend? It's going to spend like maybe 10, 20 seconds to kind of get people rolling in here. Maybe do some light adjustments, tune that down. That looks good. Pull that out. There we are. How we doing, Flint? Did you get to watch Clean Car Chris's thing there? He didn't try a lot of products yet. This is nice. That means we'll be able to introduce to him to Labos and what else did he not try? He didn't even try Detail Co. That's awesome. What's up, Rico? We got the fans in the house. Yeah, man, that was awesome. Shout out to Rick Smith for winning the coding, KCX coding too. KCX coding, that was pretty nice. So now that we got people tuning in, we got Serrano in the house, we got Rico, we got Flint, we got Conway, we got who is that? That's Brandon. What's going on, Brandon? Thank you so much for being patient. Clean Car Chris was doing his thing with Christy. That was an awesome thing. And now we got a little bit of show, guys. That was a little talk. Now it's a little play here. So brief overview of what we're going to do. We got two heavy hitters in the field here. We got Quiver Rouge by Josh V. And we got DIY Detail with Ivan and Nick and his maggots. I guess I'm not trying to be mean today. So DIY, I think his pH of his Incredible Suds is like 8, maybe 8.5. Rouge, I'm not 100% sure. We can test it out. We also got Josh's foam cannon here. Haven't opened it up yet. I kind of peeked at it because I wanted to see if I needed to do some work to it, but very minimal work will be needed. Then, if you guys want, we got Quiver Indo with DIY's rinseless wash, both rinseless washes, so we could go head to head with that. And I also have the DIY Details Legacy Sponge and its friendly glue line, as we will say. It's a very friendly glue line. Let's test it out, see how that performs. And for Indo, I'll just use a sponge if we've got time. Then last but not least, if you guys like stuff here, we got Yum Wax, and we also have DIY Details Show Winning Wax. We'll compare the colors, how it performs in a number of things. And we also have a little bit of cherry too, so it's a triple cherry wax showdown here. What's up, Rick Smith? Congratulations, Rick Smith, on winning your coating. Let me know how that coating is. Looks pretty nice. We also have DIY's gold red polishing jeweling pad, as he calls it, and the exact method that Ivan loves to use is this foamer. And if we use this, I don't know. I have a new KCX polishing pad as well. We can kind of look at them, see how they look, compare, and you guys can decide how you guys want us to polish this wax on the car. We'll kind of figure it out as we go. But first, it's Christmas. I have like a whole bunch of boxes here. I have 2 boxes from Thor that arrived today. Let's go see what I have in the first box. I want to read the comments here really quick, see how everyone's doing. Oh, let's see. Let's see some foam. Hell yeah, Flint. Let's do it. Rouge all day. Who do you think is going to win this? Rouge or Incredible Suds? And what are we looking for, guys? This is pH neutral soaps. I don't expect some serious dirt removal. What are we looking for? Are we looking for, with our pH neutral soaps, are we looking for like very high foaming? Are we looking for the foam that really doesn't go down too fast? Like, let me know in the comments what you guys think is a really good pH foam. So the first thing we have here is the on sale. It's the Detail Co's. I believe they're the Nemesis sponge. I think these are V1. I got 2 of them because they were like $9, and why not try it? Especially when we have. Oh, so this is the Nemesis sponge. So we can kind of start comparing on a later video, maybe next week or so, or Friday. We could start comparing which sponges and why. And You know, was this good? Was it bad? Is this better? And why? Right? Okay, so that'll be good. We got two of those bad boys in. Plus, ooh, ooh, what is this? What is this? What is this here? Carlos fired up that you doing rinseless. Oh, I'm doing rinseless just for Carlos, and I'm doing foam for everybody else. That's how I do it. You ordered those sponges as well. Just a few other things worth a shot of the price. Yeah, broke down and got the wax. I definitely broke down and I definitely got some wax. I don't want it to break here. I haven't even opened it yet. You just saw me crack the box. Oh, sheesh. So this is the Luminous Luxury Paste Wax and a beautiful acrylic. Let me put this down here. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh, it's magnets. Magnets. Subtle. Buttery. Floral. Not bad. We should definitely test this out maybe next week. We got a lot on our plates already today. Very nice, strong magnets. That's clean. On the website, anyone who's working for Thor or anyone who's listening, I had a hard time. And in fact, I never figured out if this is a 50 mil or 200 mils. There's nothing stated anywhere. Now that I'm holding it in my hand, it's still hard to tell because the acrylic, they make it like very big looking. So you really can't tell. It's all in Korean and I don't see any numbers. So if we could kind of look, there's no numbers there. I don't see any numbers stating how big this is. I'm thinking this is like maybe 50, maybe 75. I don't think this is 200. It's not 200. So it's pretty expensive. Very expensive, and I would like some confirmation of technically how big it is if I can. That's just my only feedback so far on that amazing looking wax. What is this bad boy? Another beast. Are you guys having a good Monday? Is everyone having a good Monday? What are you guys doing for this Monday here? pH soap needs to be slick. Oh yeah, that's right. Definitely needs to be slick. Carlos fired up that what is it? Carlos fired up that you doing rinseless. Definitely. Good foam dwell time, yep. And slickness and cleaning ability. So for me, I don't think cleaning ability. I think if you're looking for clean, you're looking for the pre-wash, and you're pretty much getting most of it off. I think slickness for sure. I'm not using a pH neutral friendly soap for. I mean, I guess if it cleans, that's great. But I'm assuming most people, if the car is pretty dirty, you're doing a pre-wash, and then you're using the foam for slickness. All right. Well, the first thing is on top here, so let's just go right into it. Oh man. What are we doing here, guys? What are we doing? What are we doing? What is this? What does that say there? What does that say? Labos Cosmetica. What is Labos, guys? Can you someone tell me and Chris what Labos Cosmetica is? I'm not sure. Wow, pretty durable, pretty thick. If you read online, I think he says wait like a day or two for it to kind of like open up, or even a week or something. It has a very nice like memory foam feel to it, and it definitely feels like it needs to breathe a little bit. This is Harry Potter. Is that what you're saying, Serrano? This is Aloha Mora. Anyways, it's stiff. This is stiff. I feel like this can easily hold, probably 15, 20 bottles. Let's go back to this in like a couple of days, maybe on Friday. Let's see if maybe there'll be some stuff in here on Friday. It's possible. With me, just anything could happen. It could happen. Oh, snibbity snaps. What do we got in here? Snibbity snaps. Ooh, now that's a pretty color. Got a little Yum glass. You know me and glass cleaners. It's like Serrano and rinseless. I love it. I love it deeply. Does it smell good like Luminous Shine, or is it gonna just smell like, ooh, grape? Grape. Okay. Okay. All right. I can play with a little grate. And then on the other side, by the way, this pack, whoever packed did a pretty good job. It's like kind of like balanced well. It's evenly distributed, as they would say. Panel prep. Sorry, Greg, I just saw your video yesterday. You had to get an emergency call at panel prep. I would have whacked a guy to give it to you. This is also very pleasant. It's like a sweet, sweet smell, kind of candy like, not very strong. We'll go over all these cool stuff maybe this next Friday. Let's just go over two things at once because I keep walking back and forth a lot. We got the wax hex grip. Okay, so this will be nice. Maybe this wax hex grip could possibly go with the Monton wax. Okay. Now I'm putting two and two together. So this will pair very well. Okay, we'll try that out. I feel like this is going to be like a 3-hour video. What do you guys think? I'm kind of like kind of worried here, guys. We might just make it a two-parter and just come back tomorrow. Maybe we'll just do the Rogue Incredible Suds, and then Indo and DIY. And then if you guys are even still here, we can see where we're at. Let's look at that exfoliator. The exfoliator mitt. It's got like two little grooves here, so you can kind of like get in the crevices. You know, it feels like they're a little bit longer than a Scrub Ninja. I thought this was just going to be a bigger Scrub Ninja, but it's kind of like a little longer. It feels, we'll have to try this out. It looks like there's scrubs and there's cloth. It's not just scrubs like the Scrub Ninja. So that's kind of cool. Looks like it's a different tech it's almost like the interior towels from DIY or the Wake Heater. So that's cool. Maybe we'll just keep this out for the wax. And then we got two sprayer heads for panel prep and glass. And last but not least, we got Yum Glass Plus. You got the panel prep, you got the glass, you got to get Glass Plus, right? I mean, come on, guys. Looks like a nice white applicator. There's a tiny little micro hair in there, but I'm not going to complain about it. And glass. Feels like you would think Glass Plus would be in glass, but it's not. It's like in some sort of it might be glass. Maybe it's a frosted black glass. It feels like glass. It doesn't really look like glass. I've got the gold waffle pad and the red jeweling pad. Need to get the wool pad for the SUV. Are you cutting? Because unless you're cutting, you don't probably need the wool pad. But yeah. All right, boys and girls. That was great. And that was pretty cool. Let me put that aside here. I'll go through that later. Oh, geez. What did Santa just bring more stuff? What is this? More things? Oh, geez. Detail factory in the house. Looks like we got to rip this open, see what this is. Ooh, that's a color. That's a pretty color scheme. That's pretty nice. Rico, my wallet has already been deceased a long time ago. It's like been resuscitated. It had like 5 strokes. It's been on its like 4th bypass. It's cooked. It's cooked, Rico. It's cooked. Well, now that you saw that, Santa was like, what? You can't just have a softball brush and not have like all the other brushes. That wouldn't be cool, man. That wouldn't be cool at all. And you got to get the same color because you just got to flow. Don't you know? Oh, this is nice. My wallet moved into a retirement home in Florida with clean car Chris. It's broken, guys. Rest in peace. It's broken. Live on the air. It's broken. Look at that glue. How cool is that? Broken live on chat, guys. Wrecked. Wrecked on chat. Yeah, this one's not broken, but this is definitely broke. All right, guys, you saw it first. That one's broke. No, no smell. It smells fine. But that's definitely going to be returned. So, yeah. And then, still got a couple items in here. Because, of course, we do. Is it going to be broken too? No, it's not. This is a soft brush. So this would be probably a wheel. This better not be their tire scrubbing brush. This is way too soft. This better be like an interior scrubbing brush, I believe. Yeah, interior scrubbing brush. So that's the interior scrubbing brush. It's way too soft for a tire. And then what is this one then? Tire brush. Still pretty soft. I'd say that's fairly soft. Okay, and they're still in one piece. They didn't break. I like this pink. It's pretty hot, pretty flashy. And we got a couple more. Yeah, that tire brush, I think we're going to be starting to try these out. So I figured, why don't I look a little nice too while we're doing it, right? And last but not least, I think, Santa, are you still here? Oh, Santa's got another one. There's another one down there. Santa just keeps secretly coming down here. There we go, the wheel facing brush. Does this compare to Ivan's? It's already linting. Do you see the little hairs? I'm already thinking this one is going to be not nearly as good as Ivan's brush. I already can tell Ivan's brush has his brush, man. He's like from the 70s. It just doesn't trim it. Sorry, people, if it's a little late, but it's Dan after dark, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, and then we got the last here. If you guys want to guess what that is, I will say it's a Detail Factory brush. So, which brush would be very big, guys? Can you guys guess? Can you guess? I'm gonna have to read this chat later because I have a hard time reading it and sitting around. And there's so much stuff to do. You guys guessed it. The big ass brush. This is it to wash my back with the Quiver, not a bath towel. It's perfect for getting back there. The wheel wells and my my lower back for the old men. I'm just kidding. Okay. Does it fit on my hooks here? Does it fit there? Okay, that's all right. That's okay. Looking good there. All right, we'll figure something out. All right, boys and girls, let's get into this mix, okay? Let's do a quick read of the chat. AK, my wife's car is pretty marred. I'll start with the gold waffles, but if that isn't, then I need that wool pad. I would say try the compound. I've heard the compound is really good. Or Endgame. Does it smell too? So far, none of those have smelled. Griot's brushes might give Detail Factory a run. Dude, so I have some Griots I haven't tried either. And this is like, I think the inside of the wells, and they feel like they got potential. I'll say that. I can't give an opinion because I haven't used them, but they look good. They look like they look like they could work. Tire brush is fire. Yes, it is. It's this one. It's softer than I'm used to. I'm used to like a real stiff, a real stiff brush. I think we all know what I'm talking about. Fender brush, Mondo, you were close. Well, it is a fender brush technically. Fender, or I was thinking of using it for the engine bay. Ivan is super soft, hard to beat. That's what she said exactly. Yeah, Rika, man, I'm crazy tonight. All right, Jeff, thank you so much for tuning in. It's a pleasure. I don't know if you heard what I'm doing, but we're going to be doing probably maybe 2, if not 3 different separate tests here. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. So let's go over the Quiver foam cannon really quick. So this is Quiver's foam cannon by Josh V. I have not used it yet. I haven't even opened it. I've opened this like this to kind of see what I need to do, but I haven't even put it together. So it comes in nice packaging like this. I briefly looked at his orifice size. They put in the standard 1.25 right off the bat, and I will need to swap that out for the 1.1 because I just have a standard, Ego pressure washer. So let's do that real quick. So let me bring a screwdriver. Those who may not know this, of course, I'm assuming you all do, but someone in the future might be watching this later, doesn't know what they're doing. This is your orifice size right here. It says 1.25 on this one, but I believe I'm gonna have to double check, but I think the 1.1 does not say 1.1. It just says 1.1 on the bag. So if you are not sure, I don't have any way to really test it. So that's you pop that out. Okay, you pop that out very easily, and you store it somewhere, usually with your other pressure washer stuff. I usually put it over here. It's one of my other orifices. And then we will take the 1.1 to the chat. Isn't the Quiver a rebranded MJG? I'm sure it is. It's like his favorite foam cannon. And he hasn't lied about it. I think it is. I think it's tweaked with the colors or yeah, I'm not a Kiev guy. Kiev would know that. And then you just place it back in. It does say 1.1 on here. It does say it's kind of faint, but it does say it. So that's good. It looks like it's just brass, right? It's not stainless steel, so that's a little bit cheaper on the cost and possibly the quality. Come on, I think I might have to manually do this. This is not as fun. The other one, the ADS one just kind of popped right in. There we go. And now the cool thing about this one that I noticed is that so ADS sent me 3 different versions to kind of plug in. This one seems like he just pretty much you just screw it in. He didn't give you multiple parts. He just assumes you're fitting this one. I think this is the 3/8 or whatever they call it. And you're just kind of, I believe I'm gonna add some tape here for the grooves. We just screw it in like that. Let me just add a little tape real quick. Kind of wrap that around so it's nice and flush. Looks pretty. It's gotta look pretty too, guys. Okay. It's gotta look good and feel good and smell good. Okay. There we go. Nice and wrapped. And this is to prevent, pressure from like kind of expelling. You're dealing with high pressures. You kind of want this completed. Okay, so that's it. You don't need tools to tighten it. You're just hand tightening it. Seems like there's no. So that's cool. If you don't have tools or you're a newbie, you don't know what you're doing. That was easy, Josh. I like that a lot. Thought that was very cool. And then we got the drop. They got the tube here. Pretty simple. I don't think I need to walk over there for you to understand how this works. It's pretty simple. I should be simple. It should just pop right on. The hose is playing with me. Them hose, man. What do you guys know about them hose? All right, come on. There we go. All right, that's on. Now the bottle. Let's see how this bottle's. Pretty similar to a Griot's. That looks pretty similar to Griot's. What do you guys think? I mean, they're not 100% molded, but they're kind of similar. I like this bottle a lot. Still smells like active foam. It forever smells like active foam because I use it all the time, and that stuff just lingers. I just can't stop smelling it. All right, Quiver. Pretty similar. This one has measurements. Does this one? Yes, it does. 1,000 mil right there. 500 mil right there. 500. It says this one just says 500. This one says 1,000. This at least says milliliters. And on the back, also milliliters. I thought it would have said ounces. Yeah, they're both just milliliters on both sides. So both of them have milliliters on both sides. And then how does this one? This is kind of giving me vibes of like the Griot's Boss. Let's go check my Griot's. I think mine's right here. It's usually here. Yep, here it is. All right, so the griots. Let me get my hand out of the way. Looks like the dropper on the griots is longer, and this one's stainless steel with like griots embroidered on it. The twisties, kind of similar. This one you can kind of pour like a KCX bottle or some other bottles, and you can go directly into that one. It looks like this one does. This one might. I don't think this one has that. It doesn't look like it has that. This one definitely has it. So you can. I mean, this is also almost $100. So just keep that in mind, right? They're not really comparable in price, but this is also. I mean, Josh V. This is like his thing. It's like pressure washers and foam cannons. Like this is like Josh's thing. So he has a predicament. He has to either make the best of the best or he has to make extremely good quality that is affordable for most people and people enjoy it because that's really what he has to do. Um, yeah, looks good. Did I see the ball dropper? There's also a little screen down there, just like ADS's. So for the test today, I don't really know what we're doing test wise because or should we just kind of like not do the rinseless tonight and just basically maybe do a foam pre-wash and just kind of see what it can do if we don't have an actual pre-wash and then rinse that off and then foam it again and then come in with a contact and just kind of deep dive into the pH soaps and then I mean what time is it? It's already like 40 minutes. It's probably going to take that'll probably take a good an hour and then maybe do wax or what do you guys think? I'll give you like 20 seconds to decide here. And in fact, let me go grab a coffee because I'm just in a coffee mood right now. Just give me 2 seconds. Let you guys ask a couple chats. Just give me literally like maybe 2 minutes. And you'll be able to hear me here because the beautiful thing about headphones is that I'm able to walk around. Oh, did I turn off one of my lights? Pushed the wrong button. Yeah, so now I'm just gonna grab a quick cup. Let me know what you guys want to do. I don't think we're gonna have much time for rinseless. Alrighty, let's see. I'm gonna check the chat real quick. Alrighty, patience, grasshoppers. Let's see here. What did we got to decide tonight? It's a Monday night. I don't expect you guys to be up so late. Yeah, I'm drinking decaf, so don't kill me with it. Griot's foam cannon had issues. Incredible Suds. So that's a good question, Mondo, and actually that's a good idea. So let's use the Griots for Incredible Suds specifically because I don't know how it's going to have issues because I do it two ways. I already have it pre-diluted right there, but that's not very fresh, to be honest. It's probably like 2 months old. We can make a fresh dilution. And this is also V1. Okay, full disclosure, this is V1. This is not V2. V2 is a little bit more runny, kind of like Quiver's Rogue. The only thing I don't like about the Quiver foam can is that it's hard for me to see the measurements. So I have to use my dilution pitchers to make sure I'm diluting. Yeah. And you see AK, I don't use the measurements either. I see a lot of like people on Instagram, TikToks, whatever, they stick their little foam cannon into the bottle and they get it to like a certain level and then they add like way too much chemicals and it's really pretty. I don't do it that way. You see the way I do it. Okay, Flint, wax, Mondo, coffee, multiple explanation points. I just mark a Sharpie dot. Oh, that's a good idea. Jeff, if you see that, I do that actually for my 1 gallon or 5,000 5 liter buckets. I usually have it. It's marked for 4,000, which is pretty much a gallon. 2 seconds, boys. Just got to get a little kafafa, little baby kafafa. Oh yeah, and it brewed it too. Nice, excellent. And just pour a little. So my trick to a good coffee is a dash of water. A little dash of water sweetens it up. And now we are in business, boys. We are in business. Close the door. Camera just follows me. Life's good over here, guys. Life's good. All right, guys. So we are, hey, Greg. Nice to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing okay. Happy Monday. Sun was out. Can't complain. So, Greg, we are going to be filling Rogue into the new Rogue foam cannon. We are going to bust out the griots again for Incredible Suds. What are we suggesting? 1 ounce? 1 ounce for 500 milliliters? I don't want to fill a whole liter. 1 ounce? I think 1 ounce, pretty stint, right? That's pretty good. 1 ounce for each. We all know it's probably going to do pretty well for both of them. I think what we're going to try to do is we're going to foam. We're going to foam whatever part of the car, and we're going to try to check for clean time and potential cleaning because, it, like we said 100 times, this is just pH neutral soaps, and I'm not really expecting much from a pre-wash. Just being honest with you. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep this. Let's just bring it. Just going to bring it. Just going to bring it. Thanks, Alex. Appreciate that. I can read that. The thing about this sideways live streaming is that you get a lot better footage quality, but the chat moves too quick. I don't have enough time to see the chat. All right, so we're going to do 500 mils of water in each. This is non-distilled water, which will affect performance slightly depending on how hard your water is. If you have super hard water, I probably recommend just getting distilled water or having some sort of DI system. My water is not terribly hard. I think it's like 200. It's not soft either. It's not super soft either, but it's also not crazy hard. Let's get into the foam town, right? Because Serrano, I heard Serrano really loves rinseless. So to piss him off, we're gonna foam. I'm just kidding. I know he hates rinseless. All right, so Quiver, griots, both 500 milliliters. We will come over here so you guys can see the good stuff. And we will weigh out, or we will pour Rogue. We're gonna pour 1 ounce of Rogue. I always get fresh containers just so there's no risk of contaminating. And I can get like 1,000 of these for like $6, so might as well. First, you shake up your products. I've already used about half the bottle, so I've used it a lot. Oh, nice, very nice pina colada. By the way, ADS, when I was smelling the tree and it was like super sweet for me, I put it in the car overnight, and then the next morning it smelled like very nice pina colada. It was very nice. My wife didn't like it too much, and I liked it for like an hour. I kind of get tired of it. I'm not a sweet in the car kind of guy. This is very good. This definitely makes me feel like I'm pouring a cup of pina colada. Very smooth. Sorry, nose itchy. So we're gonna do 1 ounce. See how that pours. Very nice pour. Very pretty. Hard to focus. It doesn't want to focus, but you get it, right? I'll get closer. Anyways, there's a lot of bubbles here. It looks like if you melted an orange popsicle and you got all those bubbles from the melted. Hello, where are you? Are you serious? Anyways, I'll fix it in a second. Fair amount of residual on the container. Okay, I mean, I'm Incredible Suds V1's way worse. We all know that. But yeah, this is maybe 10 mils, maybe 5 mils, but it's enough to say it's fairly wasteful. But anyways, 1 ounce, nice little orange hue, refreshing looking. Twist very similar to griots. And we are going to do, so 1 pump is 1 ounce. This is not going to be easy. I'm just going to do this specifically. So we will get 1 pump in here, and let's see if this is 1 ounce. Jason loves these pumps. I think they're very nice if you are, look at that. It's still, it stopped. How, let's see if this is right. Let's see if this is right. Yep, exactly 1 ounce. So those pumps are very accurate. Slightly more than an ounce, but yeah, pretty much an ounce. Even more viscous. Dripping on me now. You know, I'm gonna leave these both here. I'll leave these both here, and when we come back in like 40 minutes to an hour, we'll see how much residual is gonna be here. Okay. So again, that's a factor. You're gonna be wasting chemicals. How much chemicals did you just waste because you don't want to spend an extra 20 seconds to pour? And we don't want to be spending 10 seconds to watch this little thing drip, right? All right, so I'm thinking, what if we do this? What if I place the camera here, take out his little brain, and then I flip the camera and we look at the car right here, okay? That looks good. And then I'll put this in my pocket and we will put this on the car. So you will always remember to do the most important thing, which is that, okay, that part. And we will grab we'll turn on the foam cannon here. Yeah, another thing about this Incredible Suds, it's dripping over here. It's very drippy. There we go. I also need to try Quiver's foam cannon gun. I don't have that. That would be a nice, that would be something nice to try. Add the water pressure, get the air out of the lines. All right, turn this bad boy on. Okay. So let's look at it really quickly here. Yeah, don't look at how busted this thing is. I need to saw it off because I don't even have the lock for it. So I have a lot of work to do cutting this bad boy off. That'll be a nice job. I'm using a Nespresso, which is funny because if you go down the rabbit hole, some coffee machines can cost crazy money. And I had Starbucks yesterday. I had an espresso at Starbucks, and it was actually pretty disappointing. I was like, this is funny that I have a nicer one from just a cheap $200 one Nespresso. Okay, so this is, kind of dirty, right? It's pretty dirty. We got a little dirt, about three days of raining on the highway and stuff like that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna try a pre-wash with pH neutral soap, and we're gonna have low expectations. We're going to just pay attention to a couple of factors. We're gonna pay attention to how it's clinging. We're gonna pay attention to how it's rinsing off. Okay, it's gonna be hard to pay attention to some. We'll try to look at cleaning, but again, any professional or serious enthusiast tends to already use a pre-wash. So it's really, let me get this a little bit more centered. You really kind of want to, is that better? Does that look a little better now? Okay, that looks a little better. Trying to get some good lights in here. All right, so let's do whatever side. I'll just figure it out. I think Quiver this side and DIY on this side. So Quiver, we'll take Quiver's foam cannon, which I have not used yet. I haven't even christened it. We're taking its foam cannon virginity. It looks like there's no clicky, but I think you twist it up to the right. And then this is also, it doesn't look like I can twist it like the ADS one. The ADS one, I can rotate it and twist it. So and it doesn't even look very straight. It's literally not even straight, guys. Do you see that? It's like, so Josh, what are we doing here, buddy? What are we doing? Anyways, let's give it a shot. Okay. Yeah, not easy. I got to figure this one out. And then this one, Griot's kind of opens and closes. I also don't see, oh, yep, now I'm twisting. I twist it more. Maybe I need to twist that one more. Yeah, I just need to twist it more. That's my fault. Let me get that straight there. There we go. Let's tighten that up. Okay. So far, it's pretty good. Smells like pina coladas in here. Make sure that's cut on. Not too bad. Both fairly, a light dusting. I see a lot of people kind of like overspray, which makes the soap like pretty much too heavy. And that's usually, it'll make it drop down too much. So let me go read the chat really quick. I'll let it sit for like 2 minutes. This is my little break time. All righty, let's see what this chat says. Shout out to the 12, 15 people in the house. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. And give me your thoughts, good and bad. Jeff, what camera are you using to track and stream? Right now, I'm using a 15 Pro, iPhone 15 Pro. I just got a new battery in it today. And then I have I just bought a new laptop. It's the MacBook Pro 16 with the M4 Pro chip. And then I'm actually just busted out my 12 mini. I just got a new battery yesterday for the 12 mini. And I have a GoPro 13. I still haven't used the GoPro 13. Hopefully, since I've been doing these lives, I've been enjoying the live so much. I haven't really been making much content. If you notice, in the last 2 weeks, I'm overdue. I think when Greg gets here in a week or two or whenever, we'll be doing some lives and shooting some films here. Love the video yesterday. Definitely raised the bar. Oh, you're talking about Greg? Yeah, Greg killed it, man. Greg killed it. He's been making some really good series. He works really hard on that stuff. I have V2. Not sure why I'm having issues. Went back to gentle snow foam with no issues. Yeah, I don't know, Mondo. I'm not sure. Maybe it's is it just clogging? I don't know. Let's see. Kane, MN checking in. What's up? Is that Minnesota? Three Rivers seems to me to be the Insta 360 that has tracking built in. Jeff. I don't know what that means. Mondo, would you try using distilled or DI water in the foam can? If you're having issue, also check the filter. Yeah, filters. I would definitely check the filters. I'm not an air canning pro guy, but definitely if you have a good foam can, most likely you'll be able to take it apart and kind of fix it up. Mondo, I always use distilled water due to crappy water. Interesting. Yeah, I would just watch a couple of videos, Mondo, see if you can do what you can do without having to order stuff. But yeah, and I hate having to do that stuff. I really don't like doing that stuff. But once you learn it, you learn it. So right now it looks like, obviously I put on Quiver. Obviously I put on Quiver probably, let's say, a good minute before. I put on, not a minute, probably let's say 15, 20 seconds. And it's still dripping way quicker than Incredible Suds is. And this is V1. I don't think there's much. So this is not a full new comparison, but yeah, V1. Let's see. I asked Greg, got that question with espresso machine. No luck finding the key to the hitch. Yeah, and I emailed Master for the key for try to get a duplicate, and I haven't even got an email back. It's been like 10 days, so I'm kind of getting mad. I think I'm going to end up just sawing it off and then probably using my. So I can't really get my angle grinder in there. It's tilted in a way that it's kind of being blocked, which is it's good and bad. So I think I'm gonna have to angle grind saw the main hitch off, and then I think I'm gonna have to use my sawzall. I'll probably try a sawzall. Do what I can, see what I can do. That'd be a fun live. Watching sparks fly in here. V2 short gun and pressure washer are going to be his two big releases this year. I'm looking forward to it. I have I don't know what I have. A McCullen, I think it is, in the McCullen hand. I'm lucky I don't have like 10 of them. With the way my addictive personality is, I'd have 10 pressure washer guns. So I'm just very proud of myself that I have one. And it hasn't broke. GSF does smell very good. I wish it was cheaper. And if I had to choose between GSF and Active Foam, I'm grabbing Active Foam 99.9 times out of 10. Then you would like Rogue. Rogue, I think Rogue has both of them very smell good. Incredible Suds have a grape smell. Rogue has a pina colada smell. I think the Rogue has a little bit stronger pungency. I don't like right now. I smell the Rogue. I don't smell IS. Pick the lock. I should hire a locksmith the guy on TikTok or whatever, and have him do it. I was thinking about Flint's. I was thinking about just getting a lock pick set on Amazon. I used to have one when I was a kid because when we were kids, we were having fun with stuff like that. But anyways, I don't know. Maybe I should try. It's worth a shot, right? It's worth a shot. I just have to get down there and tinker with it. I'm willing to buy a Quiver V2 gun to try. Yeah, I am too. You know, Jeff, I'm thinking like maybe I should wait for him to bring out the pressure washer and have the whole shabil and then kind of buy it as a full set. I wonder if he'll I wonder if he'll do it as a kit. Is the kit receiver bolted to the cut frame? I'll show you guys it in a second here. So let's take a quick look. I'm gonna rinse this off. I had it sit for I don't know 2 minutes or so, 2 or 3 minutes. So that's the issue I got to deal with. So that's the lock. Look up. So right there, it's locked. It's locked here. Look down. Oh my god. Anyways, my phone is tweaking. Okay. Sorry. Anyways, it's messed up down there. It's and there's like ways. So now it's looking like it's kind of evened out for both sides. You kind of see some drying here. All right, that's dry. My environment, it's about 63 degrees in a garage with the humidity around 53%. Okay. You can kind of see the movement on Incredible Suds doing pretty well. Let's see the dirt for both. I don't see any major brown spots. This does look pretty clean and it's pH safe. So Incredible Suds like an 8. So I'm just kind of taking my sweet time on this, letting the safe chemicals dwell as long as possible. And then we're gonna come in and rinse this off. Yeah. Look on down. Look this way. There we go. All right. And the soaps have residual down, so we can check this out after I rinse it off. All right. Oh, forgot to put the cap on. Always spray away from the car, limits accidents. Let's see how Rogue is rinsing off compared to Incredible Suds. What do you guys think? What do you think which one do you guys think rinsed off better? I think the biggest test, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get my leaf blower, kind of blow it off too, real quick. Told you this is gonna be a long episode, guys. This is gonna be a long one. This is taking my sweet time on this. Cool thing about the headphones is that I can still talk at a reasonably nice decibel, and the ear pods kind of like muffle out the audio or the loudness of the leaf blower. If you notice a lot of videos, this could be the most noise or air compressor. And fortunately, with the air, it kind of does a pretty decent job of canceling out noise that it doesn't want to be seen. So now that we kind of got everything dried off here, kind of want to do a white test real quick here. All right. Both of them blew off semi good. I'd give it a B for both. I don't think they were both particularly better than the other. What power wash are you rocking? I am rocking, of course, it's the other way. That's Sexy Ego 1.2 over there. And now let's do a quick inspection of the paints while we can here. Maybe we'll get that in. That'll help. Yeah, see my soft lights help. The glass is usually the best indicator. You can kind of see where the line is. This looks like it's water. Or is that dirt? Could be both. Let me get a paper towel. Let's go get a paper towel. I don't think these soft pH neutral soaps are very good for pre-wash. Just to let you guys know. So here, that didn't look very dirty. That also does not look very dirty. Okay. Okay. Well, and then let's try down here. Grab the fresh one. Not too bad. Pretty light. Felt pretty light. Okay. This is that Serrano sauce right here. So you can kind of see the difference there. Pretty good. I would say that's pretty good. Looks even better. It's hard for me to tell from where I'm at, but you guys can give me your opinion. I think this looks a little heavier from here. Didn't feel any different. It didn't. They both felt on the cleaner side. I didn't feel like I was picking up a lot of grit and grime. That's now let's kind of briefly go in there. Trying to be quick. I was thinking about washing. Let's just do what I wanted to do. Let's just go wash the other side. Let's go wash the other side because there's more real estate on the car here, and it's pretty dirty. I'll show you a little bit. It's actually pretty dirty because it's been raining. So last week, or what is it? Today's Monday. Friday, we washed the other side of the car. Okay, you can kind of see the dirt, and I'm actually saving dirt for you guys. I'm saving dirt so we can wash maybe Yum. I think. What do you guys think we should do for Friday? I'm thinking Yum. Look at that dirt, guys. This is dirt. All right, so we're gonna do Rogue, and we're gonna do Incredible Suds. And I think maybe it's like last time, left for Rogue, right for Incredible Suds. Let me get some lights. Get my shop cart back in here. My light cart. My Serrano Lights Express. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Got even more lights. All right, pressure washer. I hear you. I hear you. All right, guys. So we're gonna do this time. Let's just pretend I came in with a. Let's just pretend we pre-washed. Oh, and real quick, let's just show you the caps. Let's just show you the caps to see how much we wasted. This is a good test here. So we both weigh out 1 ounce. This is what was remaining. So Rogue was obviously less. But I mean, what does that say right there? I can't read that. I think it's just over 2.5 mils to 5 mils, and this one is about 2.5 mils. So almost 5 mils and 2.5 mils was wasted because I didn't pour it directly into a foam cannon. Okay, so that could be a factor if you're washing 5 cars a day or 10 cars a day or 30 cars a month. 5 milliliters times whatever can add up. All right, so we'll do quiver first. And I'm getting used to this foam cannon. The Quiver foam cannon feels a little bit lighter than the Griots, and it feels very similar though. All right, we're gonna do this half. Not bad at all. Pretty thick. Just a reminder to those who are just tuning in, this is 1 ounce for 500 milliliters of Quiver Rogue in the Quiver Rogue foam cannon. Okay, we are going to be testing lubricity and clean without a pre-wash because I'm crazy today. This is what I normally don't do, but you know what? For science, let's do it. And this for this side, Incredible Suds. I'm kind of giving you a harder job because I think this is going to be a dirtier part of the car. Make sure it clicks. Whoa, wowzers! It's because it's dirty. Let's kind of do a little overkill because I did overkill on the other one. So they're fairly similar. It looks like Rogue moves quicker automatically, even though we just did it like 10 seconds later or earlier. It's clearly moves more. That's what I notice. What about you guys think? What do you think? Rogue is life, Serrano. Serrano, are you using Rogue like all the time now, or what is your favorite pH soap at this moment? Because I think you're in Texas, right? Because so you're Your weather now is probably hotter than my hottest days of the summer. So I mean, we're happy. We're happy if it's hitting 80 degrees. Dark Dragon says Rogue all day, every day. That's some pretty bold statements, guys. Because we know that we have a pretty big selection of pH neutral soaps at our fingertips, and there's a lot of good ones out there. So it really, to me, boils down to like price first of all, because Gentle Snow Foam is just ridiculously expensive. It looks like it's dripping pretty well. Let me pan the camera just slightly more here. I don't want to move it too much. That's always the opposite. It's pretty much like a helicopter. It's dripping pretty well. It's looking like Rogue is dripping more than DIY. Now it's very hard to do the exact same amount of product other than just kind of like muscle memory and visual memory. Um, this I think Incredible Suds sits better. It's sitting better, but I really have a hard time distinguishing. And this Incredible Suds, maybe it's closer to me, but it smells. I can smell the Incredible Suds. It's pretty bubbly. And yes, hello, Dark Dragon. I hope you're doing well. Ooh, Mondo, DIY smell is terrible, but was slick on the wash pad. You're not a grape guy, I'm guessing, right? Pinhead in a few minutes behind, but maybe you can drill out the lock. That's so Pinhead. That's pretty much going to be my last case scenario. Worst case scenario, I cut off the hitch. I can't get the lock with my sawzall off, and then worst case scenario, I'll have somebody probably drill it out, or I'll try to drill it out. Screw it. I'll just try to drill it out, which I've never done, but it's probably not that hard. Let's see here. So, what are you guys thinking so far? What? It's hard to tell. It looks like Incredible Suds kind of sitting a little bit better on the window, kind of lower window area. It also looks like Rogue is kind of moving more. So, if you're trying to use this as like a, oh shit, let's touch it, right? Let's touch it with our bodies. That's what we're doing. So we're kind of coming in here for lubricity. So I'm gonna just respray it again, just to kind of let me touch it with the. So that's Rogue, right? You can see it. It's orange. Then we're gonna do Incredible Suds again. I'm gonna just come in with a sponge. We use two different sponges. All right, and then we don't need a specific wash bucket, so I'll just use water. I'm kind of like lax today, huh? A little too lax. This is pretty lax today, guys. And you know what? I'm going to, gosh, I don't want to use two buckets. I'm not going to do it. It's not super technical. It's just going to be more of a feel. Just get one bucket and I'll kind of I'll just get two mitts and I'll dip it in water without any soaps, just plain water. All right, so I have just plain water here. Okay, nothing special. No rinselesses. There's no secret soaps. Oops, Rogue, where are you going? You're running away. All right, and then today, I don't. Does Rogue have his own like wash mitt yet? I don't think they do, right? I don't think they do. So I'm gonna try to get two of the same. How do I? Let's see. I'm gonna get two of the same wash mitts. Okay, that's what I'll do. That'll be easy. I want to grab these because they're exactly the same. So today, sponsored by the House of Rags, we're gonna be trying out two wash mitts. I hate putting in my hands, and they were on crazy sale. So to be cheap, pretty much have my own square things, right? I don't want to pay full price if I don't have to. All right, guys. So we're gonna dip our mitts in the water. You can kind of hear me dipping it away. We'll wring out the wash mitt. I should probably do two buckets of soap to really feel how it feels, because this is kind of like not really a full, pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. I'm gonna have to remember this. Looks pretty nice. Come in with the clean side. And because I don't have soap on my mitt, it's like kind of washing it away a little bit more than it probably would if I had soap in the bucket. Very slick. Trying to have it not drip on me. This is where it's going to start getting dirty. I could start seeing a little bit of dirt. I'm not going to be testing on how it releases dirt because I don't have the two separate buckets with two separate soaps. So we won't be doing that tonight. And then, ooh, this one also feels pretty slick. Slightly less slick. Just very slightly less. Again, this is not a full test because I don't have Incredible Suds in the wash bucket, which would really help. Same with Rogue. Dirty, dirty, but it feels very smooth. Dirt. Dirt, guys. I found some dirt. Then we'll come back over with the clean side. No weight. Gosh, this is very hard to decide slickness. I think Rogue is a little bit slicker. Rogue is a little bit slicker, and there's still dirt on both sides. And it looks like Rogue. It looks like Rogue did not wipe off as well. I still have. Maybe I missed. I'm gonna trip over this thing. Maybe I missed certain areas because I'm not being very thorough right now. I'm kind of just focusing on how it feels. Looks pretty clean. Clean side. I should try this with the Yum Wash tri fiber pad. There's some dirt, guys. And then this is just soap water. And look how dirty that is. You guys can see that? That's filthy. That's filthy. There's a lot of particles floating in there. Absolutely trashed, guys. Now my car is just caked. I'm gonna have to sell it. The car is just cooked. And we'll come in with the rinse off because that's what you do. Where's my top? Did you guys see where I put it? That's funny. I'll have to grab a second one if I don't see it here. Is it over there? Yeah, it is. That's funny. Okay. So what I was gonna do is I was just gonna do the pH soaps as a pre-wash and then come in with the rinselesses. If you guys still want to do the rinseless, I can. Let me know if you want to try Indo versus DIY. I can just get two buckets really quick and kind of bust out the sponges and just kind of do a similar test where we can kind of see how it slides on the paint and how it kind of like dries and how it feels and all that fun stuff. Just let me know. I think we're already pushing like over an hour right now. So far, it looks like a lot of beating on that side and it's very flat over here. Very flat. Oh, what is happening? Starting to feel like my pressure washer is running out of water. Okay. All right. So that was the rinse off. We'll see what you guys think here. What do you guys think, Franco? Should we trigger Serrano and bust out some rinseless, or should we just get drying and put on some wax? What are you guys thinking here? Is Christy in the house? Let me see. Oh, what's up, Christy? Nice to see you. Awesome show tonight. I'm glad you brought Clean Car Chris into our ecosystem. It was really surprising hearing him not even know about Lavos Cosmetica or anything like that. It was kind of funny, to be honest with you, because he's such a cool guy. He's got great vibes, of course. And if we can get him introduced to all these great products that we have here, I won't feel as bad that I have so much things, because it's addicting. It's addicting out there. We have a lot of stuff. So what do you guys think? Should I dry and start waxing? Or should we do some rinseless real quick with Indo and DIY V2? You guys. Mondo says rinseless. Chrissy says, what pressure washer is he running? Are you asking me? I'm using Ego and it keeps popping. I think starting to get to me here. Yeah, I just turned it off. I got the Ego Ego 1.2. I bought it normally for rinseless. Oh, and Christy, you should have seen I got some pretty brushes, and one of them is already broken. We opened it out of the bag, and it literally was broken out of the bag. So that's a fail. We got a lot of cool stuff we're going to be trying. And then I had a Yum care package. I don't know if you saw it because I kind of opened it in the first few minutes. So next week, if you want to come in, Christy, on Friday, we're going to go over a lot of Yum stuff. So Franco says, wax it up. AK says, what are you saying, AK? Dialed. Dialed what? What are you saying, dialed? Mondo says rinseless. So we're getting rinselesses here, I think. Whoop. All right, let's do some quick rinseless, guys. Let's just do a quick rinseless. I'm a rinseless guy. I can get 2 buckets in pretty quickly here. Let's do this here. Let's keep it simple. Do I have the other groove in here? Yes. Okay. So we're going to use Rip Clean buckets, and we're going to use very similar sponges. So we're going to use this Rip Clean and this sponge for Indo. And then we're going to grab another Rip Clean. I got something else we can try later. This was going to be for the ADS video because ADS uses a detail guards. And I use different methods. So I bought that so I can be exact, and it just didn't come in on time. So I'll probably end up returning it. So you don't need a lid. So 2 buckets, 2 rinselesses. We'll get Indo, and we're going to get DIY V2. We're going to get 2 gallons of each. I don't know where to put this stuff. Kind of all over the place. This is the look at that dirty water, guys. Look at that dirty water from, yeah, filthy, guys, filthy. That was just like a side panel on a car that was washed 3 days ago. So that's my main point for that is this is why pre-washes are so important, okay? Pre-washes are very important, largely because I think pre-washes is probably one of the most important parts of a car wash. I think if you know what you're doing, dwell time, pre-wash, out of the sun, out of the heat, get pretty much as you can get off the car. Let's get 2 gallons in here. Okay, so that's roughly 2 gallons. I don't think Rip Clean has measurements on their bucket, so I just kind of eyeball it just below the logo. We'll get 2 gallons in here. And while I'm doing this, let's get some Indo and some V2. So here's Indo. And I already have some V2 here because I use it quite often. Let's get 2 gallons in there. All right, so we got 2 gallons. First, everyone knows DIY V2, so we're gonna just it's gonna be hard to see. I wonder if you can see this. Yeah, oh, there we go. All right, so this is 2 gallons, so we're gonna do 1 ounce. Okay, half an ounce per gallon. Immediately, it kind of softens the water that you see there. It's like kind of a cloudy and kind of dissipates. And then for Indo has like a bit of a blue. I will pour this one so you can see this. We'll do 1 ounce as well. Let's see here. Those who may not have tried Indo yet, I assume most of you have, but those who may not, this is what it looks like, a nice dark blue. Okay, get 30 mils. Yes, Franco, we got the wax coming. I promise. We're gonna do 2 different methods for the wax. We're gonna use the buffer, and we're gonna use the Ivan method with his little his little rinseless or sponge thing, whatever it is. All right. Both of them, let's see how I'm familiar with both. Let's see. Can you see that? It's looking like Indo's foaming a little bit more, but they're both pretty good. They're both like, I would say, 1 out of 10 for foam. And I really don't know what I'm doing here. I should probably fill, gosh, all right, I'm kind of going off the cuff. I basically should fill a Marilax with Indo and a Marilax with DIY to be really accurate, but you know what? Yeah, let's just do that. Let's do that. I'm gonna do, instead of a Marilax, the way I do it, I'm just gonna get 2 spray bottles. We'll get an Indo. We'll get a Labos spray bottle, and we're gonna get a. Does a Toco top fit on the? I have a broken press-all, and I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna work. So we're gonna fill this up because we don't need very much product. So the press-all. Oh my god, I forgot which is which. I gotta smell it. This is DIY. It smells like apple. So the press-all is gonna be DIY. So funny how they kind of look the same. I would have thought like Indo was going to have like more of like a blue hue to it. And then with the blue bottle, the Labos bottle, we're going to get some Indo. It is kind of bluish a little bit. All right, so for Indo, we're going to do the same size as Rogue. So we're going to come in, kind of just saturate your panels. Let's get a little bit more product on there. Just trying to keep it even. I really love these Labos bottles. They put out a lot of milliliters if you want something to really output. Okay, so that's well saturated. Okay, you saw how much I used there. And then press-all with DIY. We're gonna come in on this side. All right. It's already starting to dry. The Incredible Suds has a more of a drying kind of like, I wouldn't say staining, but it's looking like I need to kind of remove it, even though it's supposed to be pH neutral. Anyways, okay, so that's DIY. It's saturated. We're gonna come in and do Indo. I do like the wetting of Indo. It's pretty slick. It's not the slickest. I'd say it's like a 7, maybe an 8. It's not like absolute or anything. Come in with a clean side. Sometimes it gets slicker. Yeah, it's a little bit slicker now, slightly. Has a nice squeak, like a kind of like a clean feel. Yeah, definitely feels smooth. Definitely has a nice smooth feeling. We'll come in. Yeah, not bad. I'm curious what DIYs is because I use both of these a lot, but I don't really go head to head, so it's kind of hard. If what I really want to see is how the wetting, because if you remember, if you were here on Friday for ADS, we did the sponge, we did the double flip with the double flip towels, and then we did Yum's tri-fiber mitt. And when we did the double flip, we came back in 10 minutes. The whole middle panel was like pretty much bone dry, and then the Yum tri flip and the sponge had still very good wetting even after 10 minutes. So like I mentioned, keep that in mind if you're outside or if it's windy or if it's hotter than 60 degrees. And the fact that the panel was already completely dry within like 10 minutes, that's something to be noticed. Sorry, I'm talking a lot. All right, so DIY side. Slightly less slick. Yeah, especially on like the plastics. Slightly less slick. Still washing my car at the end of the day here, but yeah, it's I'd say it's like a 6 or a 7. It kind of has a more of a grit feel here. Yeah, it's not as slick. And the wetting is like a lot tighter. It's more of like it's a lot tighter wetting. I'm gonna show you the camera here in a second. I don't see much dirt. We did a pretty good job with the wash mitts. And let's come in with a quick second time. Yeah, I would say Rogue or Indo is slicker. Not much slicker, but it is definitely noticeably slicker. The wetting, I'll show you. The wetting's a lot wider for Indo, which I don't know exactly what that means. Take the brain out, lobotomize it. and then I could show you. Double click. There we go. Go down. Can you go down, sir? Thank you. So can you see how wide the wetting is for Indo and how much kind of tighter? You can kind of see where it kind of swells. You see it's like a lot tighter with DIY compared to Indo. That's going to play a factor when drying. Now, if you remember, the double flip had the tightest. So my theory is if I let this sit for 10 minutes, this will dry a lot quicker than this side, okay? Where the beads are a little bit bigger. We should start doing tests for that too, because I wasn't expecting to do a test for drying, but when I did the double flip and I noticed how bad it was, I just started thinking like, we should probably keep an eye on rinselesses that is drying really quickly. I do is solid. The scent is nice. Well, it doesn't come close to. Is that what you're saying? Something yum. What were you saying, Greg? The scent is nice as well, but would you retract it? I think you spelled it wrong. Let's see. This is what I love about rinseless. You do much less product per vehicle, and with the right one, you also work well on the interior. Yeah, rinseless again. Serrano, close your ears. Serrano, earmuffs. Rinseless is amazing. Seriously though. All right, let's get into drying, guys. Let's dry this really fast. I'm going to use 2 towels of the same just to be even. And of course, they are some of the best towels out there, and that is the Rinseless Diva. Okay, and a beautiful, I think, cayenne. Is that it? Is that a beautiful cayenne? A little short story. I filmed a unboxing of the towels, and I even bought a like 90s outfit, kind of like Serrano with the Ivan setup, and I bought a whole getup in 90s, and then I think the lighting was so bad that I just ended up just like not making it or something. I don't remember, but it was funny. All right, so with no drying aid, this is no drying aid. All right, we're not going to bring Yum Detail to cheat. That dried off very easily. This dried off. This is drying off so much better than Hero, or at least Hero with the waterless 64-1. That 64-1 was not very fun. Very good. Very easy drying off. That I'm still see a little bit of. There you go. That just flashed right off. That was amazing. That was really nice. Let's get some lights here, huh? Let's get a little lighting. Yeah, that's pretty good. This is drying remarkably well. If you can get a rinseless that you don't even need a drying aid, that's also pretty good on your wallet. Is it as slick? No. I'd say this is 5 or 6 out of slickness. It's not terribly slick, but the fact that I didn't have to come over 3 or 4 times to continue drying, I'd say that's a huge win for me. Would I like it slicker? Sure. Would I personally spray a little GT or a little Yum? Absolutely. Okay. But if you're kind of like you don't always want to do it, or maybe the client says, I don't want any of that stuff. I don't want to pay you, more than $50 for your wash. Well, then just kind of dry it off. And this DIY, not as good, but it's doing a great job. I think this is like a B+, and Indo is kind of more like an A-. So far, Rogue and Indo are kind of taking the edge tonight. Whether it's been wipe-offs, whether it's been cling time, whether it's been fragrance, whether it's been the lack of residual chemicals left on my measuring cup after pouring, right? Incredible Suds left 5 milliliters of product when I poured 30 mils. 5 mils, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's almost 1/6 of the product is left on my cup. That's a factor, okay? If I used active foam and poured it with active foam, I probably would have had less than 1 milliliter in my cup. That's big. And Rug was about 2.5 milliliters. So take that for what it is. Now let's come in and check this out. Both dried very well. I'd say Indo dried a little bit easier and it felt a little slicker. I have some lights here so you can kind of see. you can kind of see the swirl marks from 11 years of daily car wash machines, and it's not been polished yet. So maybe when Greg comes in here, we could start having fun with this car. But I'd say it looks pretty good. There's no like real marks on the glass. I don't see any. To me, I don't see anything. So I'm just trying to show you guys. It's looking very smooth. Indo and DIY, I would say both are worth being in your arsenal. I'd say they're both worth trying if you haven't tried them yet. Let me put your brain back in. Sorry, my camera gets lobotomized when I show the car because the camera loves to just follow me. It's got like something in there, some ghost. I think it's Franco's ghost. All right, so now we dried. Let's have fun, guys. Let's do some wax, shall we? Let me put the pressure washer away real quick. Let's do a couple of little things to kind of make life a little easier. Don't forget to take the water out of your hose. Okay. A little bit of maintenance will keep your tools lasting a lot longer if you do those things. I will wrap up the hose later, but basically the hose lost, take the pressure out, drain it, all that fun stuff. A little bit of behind the scenes there for you. Okay. So what are we doing now? Let me read the chat real quick. Gonna kind of catch up here. Greg said, Indo is a solid rinseless and smells great, but Nemesis and Yum rinseless are my top two. Yeah, it's hard. I think you got it there, Greg. I think Yum and Nemesis smell just excellent. Close your eyes and imagine Eddie. Listen, bring it in close, guys. This stuff's wild. I love me some Yum Foam Town USA, but the versatility of a good rinseless is nuts. It's God's work. It's touched by God. Mondo, you need that clean towel. Dude, we had this discussion. I gotta take out a second mortgage so I can get 5 clean towels. If you want to help me, if you want to help co-sign a mortgage with me, we'll get some clean over here. AK said, Greg, have you used InnovaCar S3 yet? It was a very nice change up, totally different smell profile from the mainstream and very good at cleaning. I have a bottle here. If he hasn't, we can try it when he gets here. Hi, Alex. I tried it, but the scent remained remind me of my days in South Philly, and I had to give it away. What about South Philly in the 70s, Greg? I'm curious what that means exactly. You must have some memories that were triggering to you. Okay, so Christy, are you still in here? If you are, I appreciate you supporting here. I really love seeing you in here, Christy. Thank you so much. So wax time, Franco. You still in here too? Let's get waxing, buddy. So the main attraction tonight is going to be Yum Wax versus DIY's show winning wax, and you can kind of see the color already because these bottles are actually clear. But we'll pour it. We'll see all that stuff. And then, if you guys want, since we're kind of playing with these cherry waxes, I got a little dripping. Since we're playing with cherry waxes, I was thinking about kind of comparing it to a pretty common, pretty affordable, very liquidy. It's called Melco Cherry Flash Liquid Paste Wax. I've tried this a few times. It's very liquidy. It's like water. It's also very cheap though, so you get what you pay for, right? And then we have DIY's. We have DIY's foam pad, and we also can buff it on with this bad boy. Okay, it's a nice polisher. All right, Franco, I want to hear what you want. I'm gonna get the battery for. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's put it on the 18 volts. I have the 12 volt version and I have the 18 volt. See how nice and quiet that is? That's super quiet. Get yourself a Bosch. This is great for applying the app as well. Let's see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a little bit of Yum on here. And I'm going to make sure it's on speed 1. And I'm going to pour a little bit on this. And I'm going to, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back to the car again. Let's go back to the car, boys. Down. Thank you. All right. Maybe closer now. Now we can go closer. So we are going to use Yum in a power sander, whatever they call it. See how I do this so you can see it very well. Okay. Pretty easy to dispense. Not gonna go too crazy. That's a pretty decent amount right there. Okay, nice pink. Super nice, super smooth, super easy to apply. Okay. That's just so simple. If someone's like, oh my God, it's so hard to put on wax, guys, what are you doing? Look at that. Look how nice. Oh, that's a good angle. Yeah, there you go. Okay. That looks good, right? That's pretty good. You can kind of see the grooves there. Yeah. And you saw how fast that took? It took like 10 seconds. Okay. So that's Yum. Now let's come in with the lower panel. I don't really know how to, I'm kind of shooting the cuff here. Let's come in with the lower panel and do DIY show winning wax here. Okay. I've used this a bit. Always shake, 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 shake. And I'm going to do it his method, okay? Just to kind of keep it Ivan style. Let's do it the way Ivan likes it. So, take a little bit of boopling. Maybe a little happy face. Happy face, yay. All right, maybe a little bit more. Just a little bit more, it's pretty liquidy. Happy, happy. All right. Let's switch hands because I stopped around here. I could see it, so. It's harder for me to say it's smoother because I just used a motor polish and this one's by my hand. But it has a bit of, it looks like I just applied too much. So I'm going to come over it again. And let's see what you guys can see here. I'm going to walk around and I'm going to let's bring my soft light in here. And let's lower this a little bit. Oopsies, soft light, where you going? Keep that there, tighten it, get as close as possible. Okay, so this is DIY. You can kind of see. Can I tilt this so it's a little bit better? I have a hard time seeing what you guys. Oh, there we go. That's DIY. So this is DIY, and this is Yum with a power thingy. They're called power thingies. If you're looking for them online, it's called a Bosch power thingy or rotary sander or something. They're called, I think they're like 50, 60, 80 bucks, 100 bucks. I don't know. It's 2026. Things are expensive now. That looks pretty good. I see more of a haze on this one right now. It's already, you could kind of see it. That's looks like it's hazing, or maybe I'm using too much product. Ivan will probably just say I'm using too much product. And then, should we try the Melco Cherry, or should we just kind of try these two? And then maybe I should try Ivan's with the power. Let's just try Ivan's with the power thing. So here it is. So while that wax is hazing, I'm gonna work on this panel and the pillar here, and then on that side, I don't know. Less is more. Absolute. Well, I mean, he's working with Nick, so I mean, so this is DIY in the power thingy. Okay, I like this. Obviously, you saw how fast I covered. It covers a lot of ground, and it's very effective. All right, so look down. Look this way. Let's see what you guys can see. Hopefully, I put on a good show for you here. I have it set on speed 1. You really don't need like 6 or anything like that. And I'm putting pretty much no pressure, enough pressure that the pad spins. I did take the spinning thing off of it. Look at this, how easy this is. This is DIY show winning wax. Very easy to apply. Virtually no pressure. Okay. I got somewhat to the bottom. I didn't go all the way down. Let's take this off so you can see it a little better. Dude. Oh, I have the DIY sponge, the gold sponge. I didn't even try that. I just forgot. Whatever. That's whatever. We'll try it next time. Look at those patterns. That looks so nice. That looks so nice. Which one looks better for the motor? Yums? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get a better angle here. Is this a better angle? Yeah, there you go. Yums. Okay, this is Yum. It's been sitting there for like 5 minutes. Starting to haze a little bit. This is DIY. Looks a lot more visual. I enjoy the visuals of the show winning wax more. And this was manual. And now let's come in. Let's do this one manual for Yum. Okay, just to keep it simple. And this light kind of helps. It kind of brings in the flow here. All right, so let's get this in for Yum. Well, just because I think that makes sense, right, guys? We're kind of doing one of each. All righty. So now we will get Ivan's thingy, and we will use Yum this time. Maybe a little happy face. Why so? Oh gosh, I think that's enough. I was gonna say why so serious, but now I'm messing up here. Okay, let's just flip this so it's kind of on the top. Easier for me. So this panel has not been waxed yet. So now I'm gonna compare the manual versus the manual. I think I think I like show winning wax more. This does look like more of a high end wax where it's like kind of like a, but it doesn't feel crazy slick. It doesn't smell crazy like a high end wax. We'll see. Let's see how it wipes off. It'll be interesting. Smells good though. I do smell it, but it's definitely no Fireball. It's no Swiss Wax. It's no what else smells good? Griots. Griot smells really good. Okay, and this took about 3 times the time. It took about 3 times longer. Oh, I still have still got a little bit of that juice left. Anyways, okay. And then let's take a look at that. See how that does. I'm trying to get some lights there. Yeah, there we go. Nice angle. Okay. So this was DIY in the machine. This was Yum manually. Kind of hard to come on, camera, please help me. There you go. That looks good. Not as pretty of a pattern. Not as I'm liking the machine polishing a lot for both Yum and DIY. I like that. And how fast it was. Did you see how fast we did this? We could probably polish this whole car in 10 minutes, most likely. Now let's come in and wipe it off. Come in with the wipe offs. Camera, don't fail me now. All right, and we're going to be using an assortment of towels because I don't want to contaminate. Do you guys recommend a high pile plush towel, or do you guys want more of like a leveling towel? What do you guys think would be best for wax? What are your thoughts? I'm going to sit here and read some of the chat. You need that clean towel. Yes, absolutely. South Philly. Oh, yeah. So what's up with Greg? Where are you? I want to know your South Philly story. Dark Dragon looks good. Dark Dragon, which one do you like more and why? And we're about to wipe this off to see who wipes off better. Oh, AK, nice. Proto Mex polisher. I haven't tried that one. And these polishers that I just use are super nice for the app. Super nice for app. And Mondo, what clean do you like? I wanted to try the interior towels. They always sell out. I wanted to try their green wheel tires, but I don't see myself ever using like tiny little delicate towels on the wheels ever. Let me know your thoughts. My ADD mind is imagining Pan applying the wax while Nick is standing off to the side, munching on a bag of salt and vinegar chips. Green Monster. Yeah. Let me just look this up real quick. Clin. I think it's Detail Division, right? Detail Division, Green Monster. Let's look that up. Oh yes, yeah. Those towels, they look pretty good. Oh, and they sell them singles for $9. Maybe I'll get a couple. Maybe I'll get her 2 or 3 for $9 each. It's hard wanting to spend 90 on a 10 pack, because again, I just want to kind of try them. And okay, let's get to the wax off. So last question, guys: high pile or low pile towel do you want for the wipe off for the wax? What are your thoughts? And I'm out of coffee. Give it like 10 seconds for you guys to type. AK, you still here? So if right now, let me bring the camera. I'm starting to see some haze, more apparently than others. This looks like this is the strongest haze right here out of all of them. If you can kind of just the soft box is a little. There we go. This was the machine of Yum. It looks like a nice subtle haze. This was hand polished DIY. Looks like an even. The lighting kind of is tricky, but it looks like equal haze. You can kind of see between the lines right there. That's kind of your indicator. Okay. And then this was machine polished DIY, which I think is my favorite out of all of them. And you can see the wax. You could see the hazing very strong here. And then this was Yum. I believe this was Yum manual. Also pretty mild. So I'd say Yum manual was probably my least favorite, followed by least favorite DIY manual, and then most favorite was DIY machine, and then second place was Yum machine, I'd say. Now let's wipe off, and then I'll give you see if my opinions change. Whoops, rinseless buckets back here. Can't fall on the rinseless buckets. How long can you leave that wax on before buffing off? Well, where are you going? Bruh, what did I do? Did I hit 360 or something? Look at this. He's tweaking on me, dude. Oh, bro, bro, stop. Thank you. I don't know what that was. He was just around the world. Oh, so let's go back to the question you just asked. So that's a very good question, sir. It really depends on a number of factors. When you know it. So basically, you look for a couple of signs. You're looking for the wax to kind of form like a haze. Some will recommend 5 minutes, 10 minutes, a half an hour, an hour. It really depends on the temperature and the humidity of the place that you're applying this wax. You can kind of get the gist. So Ivan recommends if it feels grabby, wait a little longer. If that's what he says. The first time I tried his show winning wax, it was very grabby. And then there was one panel I left on overnight. The next morning I wiped it off and it was like dust. It was very simple to wipe off. So my theory is if you're having troubles with wipe offing of wax, I would recommend to either wait a little longer to see if there's a little bit more haze, and sometimes just kind of rebuff it. I did a time lapse a month ago. I don't know if I aired it, but I did a time lapse of me applying Fireball. I think it was Alien Blood or something. And I basically had the camera sit on the car for 10 minutes. And the time lapse was like 10 seconds. So like each second was a minute. And you can kind of see the transition of the haze. And I wiped it off and I probably could have waited probably another 5-10 minutes. But yeah, so we're going to wipe this off now. I don't think it's really that important. Now let's try... what towel? Should we try a Mr. Twister? Let's do a Mr. Twister and let's do a Eagle. I guess you guys call them free birds, but technically this is probably a Eagle Edgeless 500, 600, and we're gonna do a Mr. Twister. Mr. Twisters are pretty much my favorite towels. But it depends on the situation, right, guys? So let's try the first. Actually, let's keep an eye out here. It looks like the haze is the strongest here, so this should be probably good. Um, let's just try Yum machine polish. Pretty simple, slight grabbiness, very minimal. Very minimal. Smells good. I can smell it when I'm wiping it. Excellent. I give this a solid A. Solid A on wiping. Felt great. Just enough tactile feeling that I felt like there was something there. Now let's come in with the same towel. Flip it. Clean side. We'll try DIY's hand polish. Way grabbier. I have to buff it. Probably about, yeah, I'm starting to buff it out. I can feel it. Maybe it's not ready yet, but I'd say a C minus for. And let's come in with the plush side. Oopsies. Smoother, not much smoother though. And then let's try a fresh plush on this one. Considerably smoother. This is like a B plus A minus smooth, and the other one is probably like a. Come back again. It's not as smooth. Not as smooth. All right, so now let's go again. This is the machine polished DIY, which I think looks like it's my favorite one. Doesn't even feel like there's anything there. Pretty grabby. You see my towel moving here, right? So it's definitely grabbier. Let's see if a plush towel helps. Pretty grabby. Pretty grabby. Probably by far the grabbiest. I might have put on too much, but after a couple of buffs, it's starting to clear up now. It's really grabby. It's really grabby. Let's wait on this. It's really grabby. I don't know if I did the top pillars here. It doesn't feel like I did. And that's how I do this without standing in front of the camera. So I'm a lefty. What was this again? This was the hand polished by Yum. Much slicker, much smoother. Yum won this round on the wipe offs, hands down. Yum for sure. Takes like about 1 or 2 swipes and it looks like it clears right up. It's still like the machine version. It's slightly tactile, very slightly. Not liking that. Not liking that at all. That was not as pleasant as it should be. Maybe I'm not waiting long enough. This was excellent. I still need to do this one. That was pretty good. All right, so now that I'm having issues, what I tend to do is come in with a little bit of rinseless. So I will get some Yum's rinseless because as I mentioned, I'm a big fan of Yum's rinseless, 100% surfactant. Just a light spritz. And you can kind of see this haze here. It's kind of annoying. Yeah, there we go. I could see the machine groove still. With the rinseless, it's slightly better, but it's not much better. I'm just going to have to flat out just buff this out. Yeah. Just going to have to buff it out. Not as fun, not as enjoyable. I really liked applying it on the paint with the buffer. I really liked the way it looked. I do not like the way this is wiping off. It's wiping off, of course. It's just not enjoyable. If you're using, I'm gonna guess I used way too much here. I put a freaking smiley face on the pad, right? So I'm probably using too much. And I think if you watch Ivan's videos, he's using like 2 drops. So my biggest takeaway is probably using too much, but it's very clear. Now, what I want to do is check the clarity. Let's see if we can check the clarity here. Put on a scan grip and go to town. Have a great night, Christy. Thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate it. You have a wonderful evening. Have a great Monday, and maybe I'll see you on Friday. Wouldn't that be great? We're going to be doing a lot of Yum stuff on Friday, so hopefully to see you there. Okay, so nice and clean. Again, this is going to be a very hard test. You have to see it in person. The glow, it looks really good down here. This looks really good. At certain angles, I can still see some pretty decent scratches. Not that it's going to be like a complete filler, but the angles are not. The angles are not being funny. That looks really nice. That looks beautiful and glossy. I still see a little bit of parts that I still need to buff out right there, just right in that area. So this was by far the most aggravating, though aesthetically pleasing. The most aesthetically pleasing. That's nice. Yeah, a little downside angle. And then this one has, I'd say, has the most clarity. This was the Yum hand polish. The Yum hand polish, to me, at least from what I see, other than this spot right here, looks like I still didn't finish buffing it out. Oh, I'm always doing the opposite. Yeah, right there. That's a scratch. That's like someone hit my door. That could be polished out. We could probably polish that out when Greg's here. But this is like a part of the wax that I did not buff out. You can kind of see that right there. I hope you can see that. That'll be a good demonstration. So I would say this has the highest clarity from what I can see. Yum hand polish was the highest clarity. Other than me having to cry about me buffing out the DIY machine polish, it was super fast to apply. It looked fun. It was not easy to remove. Yum machine polish was easy. It looked okay. It removed remarkably. A, solid A. B minus. DIY, come on, look over here. DIY's hand polish still was pretty grabby. Again, I could be using too much. The application was pretty good, nice and slick. Reminded me of Fireball a little bit. Smell, nothing too special. Neither of these smelled like spectacular, like Fireball or anything like that. So I'd give this. God, what do we think? I'm thinking first place, second place. So Yum got both of them. And then probably third place, even though this was a pain in the butt, I really enjoyed the application of it. It was super fast. And if I'm doing a bunch of cars or a lot of vehicles that are big and they're just looking for wax, or maybe you just have like an RV or like something big and you're using hand motor polish, or you're old, right? We're old, right? We don't, our wrists are sore. This was even I need to try this one more. I think if we did this with DIY with less wax, like 2 drops, this might have had a better outcome. That's what I'm thinking. And yeah, that's pretty much all she wrote here. So let me get situated. Put my baby's brain back in. Wasn't that so nice to see Christy, guys? Wasn't that so nice? She's super sweet. She's literally a teacher, and she has like 4 kids, and she works all the time, and she has like really nice like interviews, and she's just super friendly. Oh, I gotta put the brain back in. And super nice to see Christy in here. That was super cool. All right, brain, you're back in. Can you follow me now? All right. So let's do my final thoughts and just kind of wrap it up, and then we'll discuss what we're gonna do for Monday or for Friday, guys. Okay. So today, let me turn off these lights just to make my job a little easier on my eyes. And I'll charge these tomorrow, like I always do. One light is still on. Okay, so today we had the battle of the pH neutral snow foams. Today we had head-to-head. Are they over there? We had Incredible Suds. We had Incredible Suds V1. Okay, V1. We went over that compared to Quiver Rouge. Come with me, guys. Come over here. I will soak this in the rinseless solution later. So we had. Oh, and we did endo too. Gosh, we were busy, guys. We were busy. All right. So to keep it short, to keep it sweet, Incredible Suds and Rogue. I think Rogue pours a lot better. Rogue smells a lot better. Incredible Suds, both of them are very similar in the rinse off. I still think Rogue kind of moved a little bit more. Again, this is not a perfect scenario. It's not like the most perfect it still moved more. It was noticed that it moved more. I really did not like the way it pours. Obviously, this is V1. They have changed it. It's a lot more viscous now. But still, as a V1, we wasted about 5 mils out of 30 mils. We wasted about 2.5 mils out of 30 mils once we finished pouring. I'm not going to sit there and pour for 2 minutes. I'm not going to hold it for 2 minutes. No one's going to do that. So, yes, that's a factor. Then we came in with a little rinseless solution. Oh, and we also tried Quiver's foam cannon, and we compared it to Griot's. And for the price, this is an excellent foam cannon. I haven't used it very much, as you saw. I used it for about 4.5 seconds on the rear and the side panel. Very good though. I think we should make a couple more videos with this, the Griot's and ADS's drift foam cannon. Right now, I've used this about equal to drift. I think I like drift a little bit better. That's what I'm thinking. I think I like the tactile feeling of drift. Can somebody tell me the price of Josh's foam cannon and the price of drift currently? Because I bought both of these like in Black Friday or like I think even before that. So I haven't really paid attention to the price. Once we rinsed off Incredible Suds and Quiver, we came in with DIY's rinseless wash, okay, at 256-1 in a 2-gallon bucket, and we compared it to Quiver Indo Indo by Josh V. Both of them are Quiver. Quiver, nice dark blue. Wow, look who's in the house. We got Ivan in the house. So so after we rinsed off Incredible Suds and Rug, we came in with Indo 256-1 in a 2-gallon bucket, and we also compared DIY V2 in a 2-gallon bucket as well. Unfortunately, I forgot that we have the new, or it's not new, but it is a new Legacy sponge. We forgot to use that this evening. We kind of were a little bit quick with it. We just used 2 USS sponges. Next time, we will test out his sponge versus either the old Detail Co. sponge or the Nemesis rinseless sponge, and we'll kind of see what if there's pluses and cons to any of them and why. But for the most part, if you know how to use a rinseless sponge, they're usually pretty good. And then what did we do? So once we did that, we came in. We tested the rinseless. We sprayed on with the Pressol. When we sprayed on with the Labos Cosmetica bottle, we normally use a Marilax, but for this demonstration, we don't need so much product in a bottle. We sprayed it on, and then we came in with our contact with our US Ultra Safe sponge. I think Rogue or Indo, Indo was slightly more lubricious than DIY V2. Sorry, Ivan. Just being honest here. And I think we used 2 rinseless Divas towels separately. I think Indo dried off remarkably well. It was a solid A for rinse off. And DIY V2, both of them, no drying aids. Okay, no drying aids. DIY V2 was also very excellent. I'd say just below Indo. I'd say if Indo is a solid A, a DIY, the only discrepancy I noticed was a slight bit of I'd have to pass it over slightly over the glass. Other than that, very similar, and the wipe-offs were excellent without a drying aid. If you're a person who doesn't like drying aids or just doesn't want to use one, both of these products are excellent for drying aids. Eventually, I want to test both products with the sponge, the double flip method, and Yum's tri-fiber mitt. As mentioned, or as we previously tested last Friday with ADS Hero, we tried it in those 3 methods, and we noticed that the double flip method for Hero dried the panel like pretty much bone dry. So being in my environment, 62 degrees with no wind, I could only imagine if you're outside in 85 degrees and it's windy, the double flip method will frustrate you. So I do want to try these 3 methods with each of these rinselesses, which we did not do this evening, but we can save that for another time. Once we dried off, so I still think Indo did take the lead for drying and lubricity. We didn't really test for cleaning. I think also Rogue was also slightly slicker, but I do think Incredible Suds held on to the paint and it had a better contact to the paint. Then for funsies, we came in with DIY's show-winning wax. I have it over. I have a small bottle. I think. Where is it? Am I losing my mind here? Oh, it's right here, literally right in front of me. So we came in with, we tried two methods. We tried Yum Wax hand polished, and we also used the motor. So we used Ivan's method for both. Okay, specifically the way he does it, and we also used a sander. Okay, this is just a standard 18 volts. I got a 12 volt back there. I was thinking about just using both, but I don't know where are you going, camera? What are you doing? So we had tried both hand and we tried both motorized, and I think, as I mentioned, I think the Yum wiped off considerably easier. Probably used too much of show winning wax. I did like the performance and the ease of using show winning wax in the motor. I really didn't care. I think I liked Yum with the hand polish a little bit better. It had a little bit slicker, a little bit like butterier look on the paint. But DIY, you could see visually, it's a lot more visually appealing when you're putting this on the paint, and the hazing is a lot more apparent. So it's really a preference at this point for this point. But for the wipe offs, discrepancy, I may have used too much product, but the wipe off was not very enjoyable here. I could have probably waited a little bit longer. Like I mentioned, I did this earlier and I purposely left the panel unwiped for about a day, and then it was pretty much very easy to wipe off. But I don't really want to wait that much longer. Um, Ivan, I can show you the videos. You can kind of see how yours hazed a lot more apparently. Um, and the humidity here is like 53 degrees. But I still think this was like super slick to wipe. Like it was like I pretty much had no issues wiping it off. And this, we had to come in a couple of times, and then we even came in with a little rinseless to kind of help it out a little bit. So that's pretty much it. Oh, and I didn't use this either. We didn't use this, and we didn't use the DIY sponge. So that's unfortunate, but it's okay. We're learning. We're kind of just going through it, and that's pretty much what we went over today. What is Ivan saying? Sorry, Ivan. I hope you're doing well. I think you're where, in Texas right now? Dan, let's see. What is Ivan saying? Hello, AK. Yes, our waxes need to be as thin as possible. That's what I'm pretty. So full disclosure, Ivan, I pretty much made a smiley face on it. So I probably used like 5 times too much. Next time we'll do like a little bit more deep dive into the specific wax, and we'll probably test it a number of ways. We'll probably test it with 2 drops, test it with 4 drops, we'll test it with 10 drops, and we'll see if there's a significant difference. I'm assuming there is because you designed it, but it'll be good to kind of visually see. Ivan, don't watch how he applied the show winning wax. Yeah, we're kind of testing the boundaries here, but that's fun, right? Let's have some fun with it. My comments are disappearing. Is YouTube having issues? Ivan, I see them. I don't know if they're disappearing. I can see them. AK, Dan, what does the show winning wax and Yum Wax smell like to you? So, and we also didn't try the Melco cherry wax because it's okay. We're doing enough. So for Ivan's wax, it has a similar Melco cherry smell, followed by a little bit of like, I don't know if that's a solvent. It has some sort of smell where it probably helps stabilize the wax. If that makes sense. Ivan's here. He can probably help explain that to me better. But it smells like some sort of stabilizer. And then Yum's, a little bit fruitier, but also has some sort of like undertones of like probably some similar solvent stabilizer that probably helps keep the wax from doing its thing or whatever. So they're both very similar. I think Yum's is a little bit sweeter. Now, when I was applying it, it's really hard to tell both of them, but I think I recall the DIY when I machine polished it. The DIY had the strongest pungency. And it's just a reminder: we always dunk our towels and our pads in a rinseless solution. Usually, Ivan or whoever will recommend a microfiber wash, or I tend to just do like a rinseless wash, either like 128 or a little splash of APC just for the bite. It really depends on what towels you're soaking. And let's discuss what we are going to do for Friday. I'm thinking, since we got the Yum bag here and I have pretty much every item for Yum, we could have like a Yum party or something. Oh, Ivan, technically strawberry. Okay, let me see. Let me re-smell that again. That's the part. Technically strawberry. Okay, I can kind of smell that. Okay, okay. Yeah, it's just a habit of mine, AK, to kind of have the towels pre-soaked. It doesn't hurt, and dwell time is your best friend. Okay, just consider dwell time is probably the most important factor when it comes to safe dirt removal. And yeah, what do you guys? Yeah, so I also got some brushes, and one was already broken. We went over the Quiver foam can, as I mentioned, and the fact that Ivan's here, I'm just kind of like, I don't know what to do now. It's a party. Ivan, you want to get us some bus cheese? That'd be nice. A little bit of bus cheese. Um, yeah. So I'm thinking for Friday we have a yum party. I don't know exactly what. Maybe we just do like a full wash. We'll do foam. Maybe we'll do a citrus foam. We'll do like the whole car possibly, or maybe most of the car. We'll do a citrus foam, kind of like the way Ivan does it in the IK, like a 15 to 1 and a smidge of, I guess, foam, I guess. And then we'll come in with like, I do have wash. We could do wash, or I'm a rinseless guy. So we'll probably go in with rinseless, and we have the wash pad, and then I have Yum Ceramic, I have Yum Detailer. We could probably choose or maybe test both of them and see how that is. Um, and then let's see. Once that's done, we can probably try another wax or two. I could probably tease us with a maybe another wax. We have a lot of stuff here, so we'll think about it. We'll debate. Maybe put in the comments later what you guys suggest, and take it from there. We're pushing this a little bit over 2 hours now. Surprise, we got Christy in the house today. We got Ivan in the house. This is really nice. I appreciate it showing love and support. And again, we're just here to have fun. We're here to educate. We're here to test things that people might not normally test, and we're here to explain the methods to our insanity. Time for me to go. I'll watch later. Thanks for including DIY. Oh, absolutely, Ivan. I appreciate your time. I know you're incredibly busy. I hope to see you and meet you one day, preferably this year. You know, I'm up in the West Coast, and I have a 1-year-old kid now, so it's kind of hard for me to kind of like travel across the country because I'm pretty much a full-time dad now. This is kind of like an enthusiast hobby for me, and hopefully I can kind of like, pursue a brand, either Dan's Diamond like brand, or kind of work with someone who's, I'd be transparent, of course. But yeah, I appreciate your time, Ivan, for coming in, and you're just a really outstanding person. So thank you so much. AK, did Yum Citrus one oh oh, Jamie did, good. Jamie does the nuke all the time. Jamie's pretty much Nick. They just nuke it. Okay. He did 1 to 5 in the alkaline. Dude, AK, were you with us when we did citrus versus DIY all clean? We did citrus 15 to 1 versus all clean 50 to 1, and we even used the X foamer for citrus, and it foamed very well. I could imagine if we put it in the IK with pressure and we bumped it up to 5 to 1, it would be insane. Yeah, check that out, AK. I think that was. I'd have to look here, but I think it's called like citrus. I think it was the turtle wax one where we kind of did turtle wax. We did the car shampoo, and then we did all clean versus what I just mentioned, citrus, as our pre-wash. Okay, so we basically we sprayed the lower panels. We saw how the dwell time was. We rinsed off, and then we came in with I think it was the turtle wax wash and wax shampoo, if I recall, from Costco. The gallon is like $14, and Ivan's not here right now, but citrus, I think, again, in multiple categories, citrus performed better. It washed off better. um, the price wasn't equal. A DIY, I think, has a better price. I've used DIY, like, I use DIY all clean 50 to 1 to 30 to 1 as an everyday house cleaner. I use it on the countertops. I use it on the stove. I spray it on the hardwood floors to kind of like help a little bite. I use all clean everywhere. So I'm a big fan of all clean, and that was the only time I've tried citrus, and I did think citrus performed better, but it's hard for me to give you a solid opinion because I haven't tried citrus in more than just pretty much what you saw. Um, but it's we did 1 to 15. I spoke with Nick from YumCars, and he recommended me to try citrus around the house as well, 1 to 30. So if you guys want to try this as well, check out all citrus 1 to 30 in distilled water, of course, and let me know if you find that as a good APC. Let's see here. I think even Nick suggests 1 to 5 in a foamer. Yeah, I think he might because 1 to 5 in a. Are you talking about like a foam cannon? So Ivan says, or no, I'm sorry, not Ivan. Nick. So when I spoke with Nick, he says you can use it straight. Okay, it's safe enough that you can still just spray it straight on the panel. Just pop a sprayer head and go to town. Okay, that's how confident he is with his products. Now, okay, that's good. We could try that, but the way I do it, I'm cheap and I want to have a product where I can do 1 to 50 and it's still performing very well because I don't want to have to buy this bottle 50 times. If I can spend $18 on a bottle and this lasts me a year, yes. If this $18 bottle is half gone because of some influencers spraying half the bottle on just 2 wheels, I don't know, man. That's just how I see it. Yeah, I'm a big fan of All Clean. Well, guys, we have 7 people still watching. If anybody has any concerns or questions or just ideas, I think I mentally wrapped my head around Friday. I think we're gonna just do a traditional Yum wash. We're gonna do foam, citrus, either wash or Yum rinseless. And then we're gonna top with either Yum detail and or Yum ceramic. And then if we're still feeling frisky, maybe I'll bust out like a fireball or some of the Swiss Vax, or I have Fuso 99. I have a lot of fun stuff that we could try. Um, all feedback is welcome. All feedback is encouraged. So let me know what you guys think. And be sure if you're listening and you haven't yet, I have a video. I'm giving away a bottle of Rapid Rinseless Wash when I reach 200 followers. I believe the video is called Wash, Clay, and Seal. Watch that video. You basically just have to like subscribe, like the video, and then there's a hashtag to use. Obviously, you don't have to watch the video. I appreciate it. Helps my little thing, and you might learn something. But basically, just scroll on the comments and just see the words that you're supposed to use, and maybe when I get to 200, I will go to my what is it, the giveaway picker thing, and then maybe you'll get lucky. It's a bottle of Rapid Rinseless Wash. Anyone who doesn't know what it is, there's like, it's very unlikely you don't know what Rapid Rinseless Wash is, but if you don't, it's a pH of 4. Okay, this is an acidic rinseless wash, which is um, excellent for those winter washes when you have like a lot of mineral buildup, and it smells excellent. This smells like men's cologne. They say it's tea, like a brisk iced tea. I get whiffs of that. I get whiffs of that once they tell me it's tea, but my brain tells me it's like a nice cologne. It does smell like a tea a little bit, but yeah. Anyways, this stuff is excellent. If anyone hasn't tried Rapid Rinseless Wash, maybe you're lucky, maybe you'll get it. And that's pretty much it. Let me just do one last peek at the comments. It's pretty much 8K all night right now. Let me just take a quick peek. My youngest daughter loves to get paint and fingernail polish on the kitchen table. All clean, takes care of that. Now that's interesting. AK. So when it comes to nail polish and stuff like that, I want you to look this up. It's called mycelio water. You can get it at CVS, Walgreens, Costco, Amazon. It's usually about $8 to $10 for a bottle like this, and it's not technically water. It's like an oil substance. Now, mycelio water, I think it's called. Let me spell it for you because this is not might not be easier. My Yeah, so it's micellar water. Micellar. Micellar water. This is designed for lipsticks and like lipstick and nail remover. This is the laundromat experts, people who are professionals at removing stains. They say my cellar water is designed for lipstick and like nail polish and stuff like that. So check that out. I'm all fan of all clean. I just think that this is literally designed specifically for that one task. So check that out if you get a chance. Let me go back to reading here. For Yum Yum, get you some citrus. I have it. I like to dilute it 1 to 4. We could try that. You see how clean my car is. Even at 1 to 15, it cut through like a champ. So you let me know what you think we should do. And then I have never used KCX products yet. One day I'll test some. What would be your top 3 KCX products to try? So right off the bat, I would say Motorplast, largely, which is an engine bay finisher. I say Motorplast largely because there's next to no products out there that compete with Motorplast. Um, Ivan will suggest his tire glaze at like 4 to 1 or something, and some other people will suggest uh, basically like tire dressings or like exterior dressings. But Motorplast is like designed for the engine and the heat of the engine. So Motorplast. And then my next probably all-time favorite out of 3 KCX would be Active Foam, the pre-wash Active Foam, which I mentioned 100 times is pretty much my favorite pre-wash. So that's Active Foam. I like it for the smell. I like it for the clinging. I like it for the clean. People say it doesn't clean very well. I don't know what they're saying. It cleans like it. Again, for my car, it does a very good job cleaning. And I'll wash the car and I'll come back like 3 hours later and the smell outside smells so good and it's like a different smell. It kind of like it's like the fragrance kind of like was able to like open up and breathe. It already smelled good. The first time I smelled this, I was confused because I wasn't expecting it. I washed my car, I come back outside like 4 hours later and I smell this smell and I'm thinking, I'm like, did someone just walk by my house? Like, what is that? And then I realized it's the Active Foam. And I was like, oh my God, this smells so good. So, Active Foam. Yes, I did use Motorplast in my engine bay cleaning video a little over a month ago, which, if you recall, I mixed Green Star with what I just mentioned, the Rapid Rinseless Wash. Rapid Rinseless Wash, pH of 4. Green Star, pH of 13. Put them in a solution. I did a test because someone in the comments is like, doesn't that neutralize? Technically, it should. I did another test. I poured exactly 1 ounce of Green Star, half an ounce of Rapid. I think it was 1,500 milliliters of water. I think I'd have to double check the video, but I did the exact same thing again and did my pH strips. It came to a 9. It was a pH of 9. So the 13 and the 4 kind of just was like, we'll be a 9 today. Did it clean? You saw it cleaned pretty well. Would I do that next time? Honestly, I would probably do Rapid Rinseless by itself, and I would also do Green Star by itself. So I'd probably come in with Green Star, let it dwell. Maybe foam over Active Foam. So those are both alkalines. And then I either probably pour the Rapid Rinseless Wash in my wash bucket. And then when I'm kind of like scrubbing the stuff, I'm kind of dipping the rinseless to kind of neutralize, but not really. Because honestly, at the end of the day, it's when you flush the engine, that's really the neutralize. So maybe Rapid Rinseless in the bucket and then kind of come in with the scrubbers and then rinse and then come in with Motorplast. That's probably what I do. And then the third one, probably Green Star or Polestar. Green Star or Polestar are so versatile and so useful. I use Green Star about as much, probably even more than I use all clean inside. I have a bottle of each in my laundry room. I tend to grab the Green Star more than the all clean because I feel like the all clean creates some sort of streaks more. I have to be careful. Even at 1 to 50 and 1 to 30, all clean creates streaks on my countertop. So what I'll do is I'll sometimes spray all clean on my counter, clean it, and then I'll do like a quick spray of distilled and then wipe, and that really helps with the streaks. And then Green Star 1 to 30, I don't really see much streaks. Like I don't really see it at all. So I tend to like Green Star better than All Clean for that specific task. I haven't tried Green Star as a pre-wash because I tend to use all active foam, or I'll use multi-star. Multi-star from KCX is also in my top 3 or 4. Multi-star is basically built hammered touchlesses. So KCX has like a designated pre-wash. That's multi-star. I think it's a pH of 13 or 14. It's basically Green Star with but it's more designed for specifically for pre-washes. Some people will use GSF or Actifoam. I think KCX told me that Actifoam is basically gentle snow foam with Green Star to kind of create a bite, and they call it Actifoam. And then there's Auto Shampoo. Auto Shampoo is also Actifoam, but without the fragrance. So if you want to save money and you don't care about fragrances, check out Auto Shampoo, which is basically Actifoam. So Actifoam, Motorplast, Green Star, Polestar. What did I just mention there? That was in there. Yeah, Green Star, Polestar. Polestar is really good for the interiors. Polestar is probably one of the few that I can comfortably, confidently spray directly on an interior and not feel like it's going to stain. It has a nice lemony Sprite kind of feel to it, smell to it. Have you? Yes, I have used Leather Star. I should make a video because I have the Kataba leather conditioner and I have Leather Star, and I have Top Star too. Let me see. So here's Top Star, and Leather Star should be. I try to keep my KCX to one side just to kind of keep it easier. I have T and E. I have everything. I have everything. I'm just not gonna waste. I'm not gonna say what I have. I have it all. I have Top Star. You're looking for Leather Star, right? Oh, you know what? I'd have to double check. I might actually not have Leather Star. I should do a full audit. That'll be something I need to do. I am not sure if I have Leather Star. Whoop. Where did you go, camera? Camera, where'd you go? Where'd you come from? Where'd you go? Where'd you go from? Coconut Joe. Hello, sir. I'm up here. Thank you. I hit the button. I'm back. Okay. What did you say about mobile? Let's see what you're saying here. I have marble countertops. I wonder what dilution I should use. Might try All Clean. I had that and Quiver Pineapple and 1 to 50 to start out. AK, so basically I will. Is it following me still? It's like locked. I don't know what it's doing. Maybe it's getting tired. Maybe my camera's just getting tired here. Oh goodness. So I want to tell you, pretty much, if your countertops are not severely dirty, I pretty much mostly will do rinseless still. And this is something funny. I don't know if this is called a cheat code or a what does Greg call it? They're called Easter eggs. I've been using Yum rinseless 1 to 8, so 1 ounce and like 7 ounces of water in like a little misting bottle. And I will, again, if the counter's not super dirty, I will lightly mist 1 to 8 of Yum rinseless. Okay, and it rinses off pretty well. But you try it, okay, 1 to 8, and I'm using a mister, so it's putting very little product on the counter, and I'm only doing that when the counter is like I have a baby, right? So he leaves his little grease prints everywhere. If it's like lightly greasy, I'll just do a couple of spritz of the Yum 1 to 8 and kind of buff it with a little Kirk Franklin towel, and it creates a nice, like, I wouldn't say super slippery, but it's nice and slick. And I have quartz, granite quartz or something. It's like a black stone, and I don't think it's sealed. I don't think they're sealed. What was this guy saying? Have you ever used Leather Star? Looking for a new leather cleaner since is Leather Star a cleaner? I thought Leather Star was the conditioner because I have Top Star. I have Top Star. I thought Top Star was the leather, I'm confused. Three Rivers. Let me know. I can just read it right here. Top Star is the interior plastic trim. What is it saying? Interior plastic trim semi-matte. Deep cleaning and freshening plastic and rubber parts. Long-lasting protection against So Top Star is, I think, the interior cleaner. Is that right? But why wouldn't I just use Polestar? Oh, okay. So Polestar is the interior cleaner, and then Top Star is like the sheen on top, right? It's kind of like DIY's interior clean and protect. This is the protect, right? Is that right? Am I getting this right? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's right. So I have the protectants, but I don't have the leather cleaner. I don't think, because I normally just use Polestar, but I could probably try to get it. That might be one of the few KCX items I actually don't have. Let's see here. Let's catch up here. Multi-Star is designed for tunnel washes with shade, not direct sun. That's possibly true. KCX mostly sells a lot of chemicals to car washes. It's probably true because, as I mentioned earlier, Multi-Star is mostly designed for specifically as a pre-wash and not a contact wash. But Super Foam is essentially the same as Multi-Star, but it's designed for both. So you can foam it and you could use it as a contact wash. So if you're like, I want Multi-Star and use a sponge, try Super Foam, which we have. We should try that. We just got it from Ryan. I see it right there. People using it mobile is a bad move. What are we talking about? Multi-Star in the sun? Yeah, most likely. If you don't have the best environment, if you don't have the best, out of the sun, out of the heat, out of humidity, or I guess humidity is not the worst, but heat and direct sunlight. Those are the two things you really need to worry about when you're dealing with products that are pretty aggressive. Um, if that's the case, what I would do, again, if let's just say you have dwell time, because dwell time is probably your best friend for all of these things. If you have the ability to just use like multi-star or any of these aggressive pre-washes, it's aggressive is not the best word, but these serious chemicals, okay? Maybe just do sections of the car and kind of continue keeping an eye on it. Like maybe, have a spray. So I prefer multi-star in a sprayer because you're using way less product and you don't need foam to see it. And maybe continuously spraying it just to keep it from drying out. But yeah, you're right, Panel. It's not the easiest to use. So Motorplast, Actifoam, Green Star, or Polestar, which of these two is more versatile? I would say Polestar is really good for interiors, especially if you're dealing with delicate stuff like Alcantara, or you have like, a 35, 40-year-old Mercedes and you're just like, you really don't know, like, I don't want to hurt this leather seat, or maybe things are very delicate. Okay. Polestar is probably one of the, if I was working on $1 million cars, Polestar would be the interior cleaner that I would reach for every time. And I would probably if I'm working on $1 million car, I would probably put Polestar 1 to 10 in a foam bottle, like a little foamer, as you see me I use all the time, and get a little Scrub Ninja or a DIY Details scrubber. That might even be too aggressive. Something very delicate. That Yum pad looked really good. We could try that one out, but something very mild, okay, and very little moisture and work sections. Polestar is probably the best. The most versatile would definitely be Green Star. I'm using Green Star over the house. I'm using Green Star. Um, I pour Green Star in the bucket when the towels soak to help break up, the dirt and grime. I'm using Green Star I'm using Green Star all over. Okay, so Green Star, you're probably going to use more. I'm actually out of my bottle of Green Star. It's like one of the first bottles I ran out of. And Polestar, because I use so little of it, even though I use it a lot, it goes a long way. Like a 1 liter of Polestar foamed is like 300 cars or something. It's like a crazy amount. Yeah, try it, AK. Yum rinseless 1 to 8. And I'm using a misting bottle, right? So it's a very small little trigger. Okay, it's very light. Try it. Let me know what you think. This is exactly why I like KCX products, but I don't recommend them to many people because I get confused with their naming and use cases. It all starts to blend together. Three Rivers, what's your biggest concern or confusion that pops up in your head? Like, what's the first thing that's like really confusing? And yes, it took me about a solid 6 months of like autistic levels of training for me to kind of like master it. Though keep in mind, it was probably my first brand that I kind of like went full tism into it, right? So, and I'm kind of like on that level where when I learn something, I like learn everything about it. So that's just my personality. AK, yep, I see you using the KCX foamer in videos. KCX foamer. Which one is that? Are you talking about? Oh yeah, you're just talking about the spray bottles, right? Yeah, I got like a 10 pack of them. They're the spray bottles. I have a 10 pack of the KCX bottles. I have a 10 pack of the Labos Cosmetica. I probably have like these are so damn expensive. So I think I have like four of the stainless steel tips, and I think I have like three or four of the yellow and the red and the black ones. I like the yellow ones better. You can't really see very well through them, but I do like the tilt. I like the tilt. Um, I don't know. I like this bottle. I don't know. I like the older versions. I don't know. Let's see. Panel by panel. Clean and Shine products are only conditioner I use on the interior. Mats, leather, everything. Something similar to Clean and Shine from Melco or Shine Supply. Is and Three Rivers. I'm waiting for. Oh, here you go. DK, the pump foamer. Are you talking about the Marilax? The This one I only use for alkaline wheel cleaning, which I don't want to. It's hard for me to give me three because I think the alkaline wheel and the magic wheel might be the number one. I like the Yum ecosystem. I like Blaze, but I think alkaline wheel cleaner and magic, and then I have magic wheel cleaner right here. These are like my go-tos. Magic wheel cleaner. It's like $150 for 5 liters, so it's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. It's kind of like a hit, but it stinks like crazy. I would never use magic wheel cleaner inside like a garage. It smells like ass, just straight up. Smells that butthole, as Eddie would say. Smell like that butthole, but cheeks, as he calls it, right? Cheeks, butt cheeks. Yeah, AK. I don't know. Oh, you're talking about wait, what? The 12 or 16 ounce bottle foamer. I have no clue. I don't have any. I've been using Marilax. I'm using Pressall. I don't have any, and I have the KCX spray bottles. I don't know what you're talking about. And then Three Rivers said, I can't just look at a bottle and instantly know the use case. I have to take a minute and read each bottle and refresh my memory if I haven't used their stuff in a bit. I get it. I get what you're saying. Like, you know what comes to mind for me? Sorry, I got the hiccups. Protector Wax and SOO3, which is, I think, very similar products. And they're every time I talk to somebody who works at KCX, or every time I read a question, which one's better, PW or SOO3? And the guys will say, SOO3 has more of a ceramic look and lasts a little longer. Protector Wax has more of a glow, and I think Protector Wax doesn't even have wax in it. So that's basically their answer. They're basically saying it's the same thing, but one lasts a little longer and one has a more of a colder gloss. So that you're right. And KCX isn't really. I don't know what they're doing. I don't think they're really trying to advertise to enthusiasts. I think most people who are using KCX are using it by choice. Sure, they're being influenced by people on the social medias and stuff, but I think the reason why I got into KCX is because to me it looked like the most professional, like the most like like precision, like it wasn't flashy like chemical guys, or they'll say like all these big words. It was like all the similar. They had like color coordinations. They showed the pHs in the front. They've been around since the '60s. A lot of people who I was respecting, or I still respect or look up in the space, were using the products. And yeah, it was a bit of a learning curve. Okay, especially when you're coming in completely new, right? Like the people that basically buy the $10 shampoo at the AutoZone, they spray it on with a hose because they don't even have a pressure washer. And then they take like a sponge, like an actual sponge or some sort of like terry cloth, and they just wipe the paint with their terry cloth, and then they rinse off. And then they're like, why isn't this, those people like me kind of like come in from nothing. And then you're learning about pre-washes, you're learning about rinselesses, you're learning about certain wheel cleanings, you're learning about protection, you're learning about restorations. It's very overwhelming for the most part. I agree with you. Clear bottle, and I think white foaming pump head. Clear bottle, and I think Are you talking? Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying. AK, I now I get what you're saying. You're talking about Polestar. In my mind, I thought you were talking about something else. Yes, you're talking about the KCX foamer with a $3 for this sticker, guys. I spent $3 on a silly sticker. It's killing me. KCX are killing me, guys. Yes, it's like waterproof and it does feel pretty durable. But when I bought it and I saw how small it was, and I was like, oh my goodness, of my money. Anyways, so that's pretty much it. I'm super glad you guys have questions. Should I should I just make a case? I mean, I have every KCX other than like one or two things, but what do you guys think? So you guys are like my diehard watchers right now. Whoever's still in here, you guys are diehard. You guys are going to decide this right now for Friday. Should we do Yum or should we do Kosh Kemi? What do you guys think? Or should we kind of battle them together? Should we try Active Foam or Multistar versus Yum Foam? Something like that, or Citrus? I don't know what I does Yum have like a Multistar, or is Foam similar to Active Foam? What do you guys think? What are you guys thinking here? Do Ultra Clean. What is Ultra Clean? Do I have Ultra Clean? What is Ultra Clean? A guy on a Facebook detailing thread asked how to unclog his drying towels because protector wax was clogging them up. Interesting. Haven't had issues, but then again, you see what I do as soon as I'm done with the towel. Like immediately, I put them in a solution, so I don't have issues. Maybe they do. I did notice that when I apply protector wax in the cold, it doesn't perform as like sizzly or as bubbly as when it like when it's like 80 degrees out there in the summer. I feel like it does way better in the summer. A brand I buy from the detail store. Let me check out All Clean. Is it or Ultra Clean? What is Ultra Clean? Let's see, Ultra. Ultra Clean Non-Acid by Walmart. Is that like a blackish bottle? Ultra Clean Mag Wheel. Is Ultra Clean the brand panel? Is that what it is? Is it like Ultra Clean Pre-Wash? What is it specifically? And I will look it up here and do a little bit of research. Look up Viper dressing. Okay. So I say Ultra Clean Viper dressing. Okay. It's like a blue. Okay, Ultra Clean. This is cool. I have my phone here and I have my laptop so I can see both. This is technology. All right, so this is a Viper dressing. It's a tire and exterior conditioner. What would you compare this to? Plastar? Would you compare this to Tire Glaze? Would you compare this to Yum Dress V2? Is that what we're talking about, panel? What are you thinking? And this is $76 for a gallon on Walmart, and there's 2 people rating, and it's 2 stars out of 5. That doesn't mean it's right though, but it's rated 2 out of 5 on Walmart with 2 ratings. It's not like there's 20,000 ratings. Um, so panel, Ultra Clean Viper, right? What do you want to compare that with? And I don't have Ultra Clean Viper. You want to send me a small bottle? Because right now I have a bunch of Yum, I have a bunch of KCX, but I would try Ultra Clean. What do you like about Ultra Clean? Okay, AK says I recommend that he pre-soak them in a rinseless solution. Yep, good idea. Or in a bucket of Renaissance. Yep, great idea. Then to wash them in the washer with Renaissance. Yep. What would you do for those whom have used protector wax? What do you mean? What do you mean? What would I do for those? You hit it on the head. They're cheaper and fire. Awesome, panel. Okay, then that means I will keep an eye on it. I don't know if I'm gonna spend $80 on a gallon. Is there a smaller? Is there any smaller containers for them? Because that's a big hit for just to try it. Where are you, panel? Maybe I'll buy a small sample off you. Yeah, that's a hit, especially at Walmart. Like almost $80 at Walmart. That's McGuire Old Blue water dressing. Let me try that too. Is that at Walmart as well? McGuire's Old Blue. Every time I type in McGuire's, it switches the word to figures, and I've done it like 4 times, 5 times. It just something smells good. I think the DIY is. I could smell the apples in the bucket here. It smells pretty good right now. Anyways, panel, I'll do a little bit of research of that. Okay, you're in Cali. That's awesome. Oh, they have 32 ounces. Okay, I'll do more research. Yeah, it's so funny, and the iPhone is just, or the computer's just like, no, we know what you mean. We know you mean figures instead of McGuire's. Like, yeah, very simple. Anyways, uh, what was that? Say similar to what would you? Where is this here? You said blue something, right? Oh, here it is. McGuire, old blue. Was it water dressing? And do they make this anymore? Let's see. Is it advanced? No, this is not it. That's not it. I'll check this out later. It's not drawing it up right away. It's showing me some antibacterial foam dressing designed for managing moderate to highly exudating wounds. Exuding wounds. All right. So let's see. Let's go back to this. It's easy to read on the computer. So I was spot on with my recommendation in the thread. Yeah, you did a good job with that. Good. Don't want to give out bad advice. Trying to help the community. Of course, Ega. You're very friendly. And with that note, it's almost 10 o'clock here. AK, you must be tired, man. You're like in the East Coast, I think, right? You're like in Ohio or something. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember where everyone lives so I can spy on you guys later. Um, wow, 6, 12, almost 3 hours. You guys are just, it's easy. It's easy here. Um, Yeah, man. East Coasters, you guys are just on a different level. It's a Monday night. I hope you guys enjoy my content. I try to, this is like my what fifth or sixth live or something, and each live is like 2 hours long. It's so easy to go long here. I hope you guys. What does this say? ADD. Oh, yeah, I'm ADD too, and insomniac. Interesting. I used to be an insomniac. I used to work at a hotel the third shift when I was in my 20s, and I would get home at like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning. Oh, it was the worst. And guess what? My Friday nights were Monday morning. So, it's like because I worked the weekends. I'd work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday morning was like my Friday night. So, and Monday morning. So, like 8 in the morning on Monday when everyone's like hungover and tired from like partying on the weekends, I'm clocking out and saying, "Yeah, boys, let's go out, let's go do stuff." It's like 8 in the morning on a Monday. So after like a couple of years, my like social lifestyle kind of shifted, and I started like yeah, it was not very fun. It kind of kicked me out of the weekend lifestyle. So that's pretty much it. I'm thinking now that I'm thinking, maybe we either do a strictly like like from start to finish, right? Pre-wash, wash, pre-wash contact, dry, maybe wheels, or we can kind of like split it and do half versus Kosh Kemi. Seems like we're getting a pretty good there's a lot of interest with Kosh Kemi as well. But I don't feel like I have the ability to do like a full Coach Kemi line like together because it'd be hard to do one Coach Kemi tire and one tire and then Coach Kemi pre-wash. It's too much. We probably have to choose either versus or like all Coach Kemi or and all Like choose one of those three guys, and we'll figure it out. And this is for Friday, guys. This is for Friday. This is not for tomorrow. Three Rivers kept me occupied at work. Glad I caught you at the Thor live chat. Yeah, Three Rivers. I hope you follow me and subscribe. Again, like I said, when I get to 200, I'm gonna give away Rapid Rinse and Swash. Appreciate you tuning in. I was going to start this live at 6, and then I saw Clean Car Chris, and I was like, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to change my times then, man. And then I said, you know what? Let's just give Christy and Chris, let's give them their the attention they deserve. They work really good. They're very positive in the space, and I appreciate that a lot. So I moved my time a little bit. This is what we do. AK says tomorrow night I'll be at the game watching my CBL beat up on the Carolina Hurricanes, and hopefully they kick some ass, man. So with that notes, let's wind it down and let you guys enjoy yourselves. I appreciate all the time. Thank you so much. Like I said, like and subscribe. Put in the comments that you might have interest for Friday. I'm kind of still, it's not really official, but I'm thinking either all Yum or all KCX or maybe some parts of it battling. So choose one of those three. Help me out. Help me kind of think about it so I can kind of be a little bit more methodical and a little bit more accurate. And let's have some fun, guys. All right. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'll check the messages afterwards. I'll probably stay here for another minute or two if you guys want to ask some questions, but I'm just going to end the stream here. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Dan's Diamond Detailing out. Appreciate it, dude. You have a great night too as well. Thank you.